Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
69 and partly cloudy at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The search for an endangered Ohio boy ended Sunday in Ross Township. An Amber Alert was issued after Tarika Bayman left Medina County, Ohio, with the 7-year-old boy she's accused of abusing and torturing. Police looking for the vehicle driven by Bayman found it on William Street and say she was asleep with a gun in her lap. Officers say the boy was under a back seat that was pulled down. He was taken to UPMC Children's Hospital with multiple traumatic injuries and possible broken bones. Bayman is facing child endangerment and other charges. A 19-year-old is dead and her mother has injuries after an explosion in fire Sunday morning in Castle Shannon. Brian Shellaby was told by his wife Carly he couldn't stay at their house in the 800 block of Corbett Drive because they were separated. Shellaby told police he responded by pouring gasoline around the home, and the structure exploded as he threw the gas can outside. Lakin Shellaby died. Her mother was hospitalized. Neighbor Patrick Fanuela talked with KDKA TV.
We just got to pray for Carly. She lost everything in a matter of 30 seconds. Daughter, house.
Shellaby is facing charges including criminal homicide, aggravated arson, and causing or risking catastrophe. A vigil for Charlie Kirk was held in Pittsburgh last night. People gathered at the West End Overlook for a candlelight ceremony where they heard from guest speakers and prayed. Zach Scher was there. He told KDKA TV he's hoping for unity moving forward.
I mean, nobody needs to die over what they believe in, and political violence is not the answer. No matter what side you're on, I think everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Utah's governor confirmed reports over the weekend the man charged in Kirk's murder was in a romantic relationship with a roommate transitioning from male to female. He also said the accused shooter is not cooperating with investigators. Nearly 1,000 people turned out on Saturday for concealed carry permits in Jefferson Hills. The satellite event hosted by the Allegheny County Sheriff's Office processed 917 permits for gun owners who have trouble getting to the courthouse downtown during business hours. The next satellite concealed carry permit event is on Saturday, October 18th. That's in South Park. And the Pirates will honor Roberto Clemente's legacy today with the team's annual Day of Service. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has that story.
Players, coaches, executives, and front office staff will participate in a range of events honoring Roberto Clemente's profound humanitarian legacy, one that reached far beyond the baseball field. The team will sponsor 6 community events across the city featuring field renovations, food drives, family visits, and assembling wellness and preparedness kits. The first community stop will include a packing and distribution event on Pittsburgh's North Shore in support of Operation Troop Appreciation. The event kicks off between 9 a.m. and noon and will feature appearances by Pirates players including Paul Skeens, Jared Triola, and others. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is right now up 48 points at 45,882. The S&P is up 28 points, and make that the S&P, and the NASDAQ is up 145. KDKA Sports, the Pirates start a series with the Cubs tonight. Braxton Ashcraft is the Bucs starter. First pitch at 6:40. A doubleheader on Monday Night Football. The Buccaneers visit the Texans, followed by the Chargers and Raiders at Las Vegas. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:04. It's 69, partly cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and AccuWeather's forecast next.
Hey folks, it's Marty. In my Get Marty segments, I hear from people all the time that have issues with debt. Check this out. If you're having problems with your debt, my friend Harold Shepley can help you right now.
Absolutely. We are a full-service debt relief law firm. We can help you negotiate your debt so you can avoid bankruptcy, or we can file bankruptcy if that's what's necessary for you and your family.
And the truth is, my man, it's not a hopeless situation.
Absolutely not. We're here to get people back on their feet.
I've seen them win, case after case after case. ShepleyLaw.com.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, thank you so much. And it's pretty tame out there right now, so it gives me a chance to highlight yet again. This is the first weekday morning rush hour for that new traffic pattern on I-579 and I-279. So 579 northbound traffic, you're crossing the Veterans Bridge and crossing over into the HOV lanes on the bridge, and then you're continuing northbound on 279 in those HOV lanes until either the McKnight Road or the end of the HOV lane just north of Perrysville. This, of course, is the reverse of what we had happen last month as crews are repairing piers under 579. Also, a reminder that northbound 579's ramp to northbound 28 is closed with a posted detour. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Pleasantly warm this afternoon with sunshine and a few clouds, high 85. Partly cloudy tonight, though 60. Sunshine, some clouds, and warm tomorrow, high 82. Nice day Wednesday with sunshine and some clouds, the high 79. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. Sick of walking into a garage you hate that looks disgusting? Stains, cracks, bad epoxy? Let Comer & Cross fix you up with a gleaming new garage floor today. All it takes is one quick call to 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A Comer & Cross concrete floor is going to transform your entire garage. It's going to be like pulling into a car showroom every night. It's never going to chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint does, and they make it oh so easy. In and out in one day. That's all it takes. They're going to fix all the cracks and pits perfectly. The people from Comer & Cross, they do the job. No subcontractors. And if you've got a lot of crap in your garage, guess what? They're going to take it out for you. Call Comer & Cross and get the best price of the year, starting with $750 off during their end-of-year garage sale. So here's the number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, 800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
Rough times, but not unique to this world we live in. From Scripture, my God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me from the words of my groaning? We nailed Jesus to a cross. People cheered his death. He was nailed to the cross. He was whipped like no man had ever been punished before. He was abandoned by his followers and mocked and laughed at. Jesus. We crucified Jesus. Mother Teresa. This is a fact. Mother Teresa, our entire lives, we've been told that she was wonderful. She's a saint. Our entire lives. And then there's this. She was called selfish. We talked about this before. There have been books written that she really didn't help the poor. Mother Teresa. She pushed her religion beyond any place. To canonize Mother Teresa would be to seal the lid on her problematic legacy. How about that? Her stance against abortion and contraception. At the end of the day, we have never stopped this cycle of death. We killed Abe Lincoln, JFK, RFK, MLK, Malcolm X, George Wallace, an incredibly racist governor who a man said, ain't gonna be no racist no more, walked up to him and shot him 3 times, wanted him dead. More than 3,000 bombings of American buildings by Americans in the 70s, 3,000. Are we a nation of hate? Have we now decided that this is the apocalypse? The execution of this young man is horrible. ridiculous. It's ignorant. It's hateful. It's spiteful. It's malicious. But the blowback and the get even moments have become even more disgusting and vile. Haters putting Oakmont Bakery in a do not shop list. Do not shop list. Thousands of people saying they're going to boycott Oakmont Bakery because one man, one employee out of 300 said negative things about that amazing family business. And then there's this. First grade teacher, Mount Lebanon, posts regarding Kirk. He was a gross racist, awful person who fueled the fires of division. Please stop acting like he was some hero. From a first grade teacher. Does she have that right to say that? Of course. Of course. Should she say that? Not now. Not today. Not in that context. Regarding Charlie Kirk, I promise you this. If I went into Market Square 2 weeks ago with Patrick and a video camera and streamed live, as we have done many times, if I asked 1,000 people, do you know who Charlie Kirk is? 990 would say no. Now, he's a martyr. Assassinated. Horrible, horrible incident. But it raises the specter in America of who is safe. Yesterday, 2 men arrested. Tried to plant a bomb. Actually, they planted a bomb under the car of 2 media members. They lit it, and it didn't explode. Who is safe? Dave McCormick, Chris DeLuzio, Ed Gainey, Rich Fitzgerald, Dan Honorado, name them. Name them. All have faced legit death threats. I had a man live on Facebook saying he was going to shoot me. Live on Facebook. Had to have the sheriff's office at his house for 4 hours. Who's safe? This whole notion of the Peace Summit in Pittsburgh. Come on, man. Come on, man. These summits give me a rash. This summit for peace. Come on. Let's be honest. The only way we find peace is if we find peace with ourselves. The only way we make a difference is we make a difference in our homes. There is way we make our home. There's a frightening trend here of young people involved in school shootings and political shootings and mass shootings. Young people isolated from the outside world. Young people lashing out with a weapon. Young people wanting to kill other people. We got to do better at home. We got to stare intently and intensely into the mirror and say, what can I do in my house, with my kids, with my family, with my neighbors? And for those who think this is get even time, who are celebrating the execution of a man who all he did was speak his mind. Did you like him? I don't care. Was he angry? I don't know. To some, he was a hero. Now he's a martyr. But your Get Even campaign, I'm going to post, I'm glad you're dead, on social media. Who the hell does that help? You? Your family? Your friends? Your workplace? No one. Creates more angst, more defensiveness, more divisiveness. Folks, we shot and killed Abe Lincoln. You know, folks, this notion that this is new is ignorant. You know, they used to have duels, presidential candidates walk 10 paces, turn around and shoot each other. Have you seen the number of dead from the Civil War? Have you? Just asking. Because we are a democracy, because we have freedom, we also have anger and rage, and we act out. Not defending this, but we got to do better, much better. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is things are pretty tame out on the area roads. We do have some remnants of the rush hour, as we call it, and not surprising, it's the Parkway West. A little bit slow for you, more than a little slow, in fact, right around that Parkway Center Mall overpass as you try to fit through the Fort Pitt tunnels this morning. Parkway East on the inbound ride, not too tough. Just a little bit of a tap on the brakes between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. To the east and Monroeville, we do want to remind you that Route 48 Moss Side Boulevard continues to have work, weather permitting, and it certainly looks like it shall, with single lane restrictions on Route 48 between Cambridge Square Drive and Route 130. This is happening weekdays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. through Monday, October 6th, so plan ahead. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
If you could hear Old Spice Fiji Antiperspirant, what would it sound like? First, you'd start with Fiji Antiperspirant's amazing scent of palm trees. Add pure notes of fresh coconut and layer on 24/7 odor and sweat protection. You won't hear any dyes or parabens because with Fiji, you won't have any. So while your regular antiperspirant sounds like this, Old Spice Fiji sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Linley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Linley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri, coming this October.
You don't look like police. I'll take that as a compliment.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
Shorkey Kia is knocking down payments on all the fan favorites. 25 Kia Sportage Hybrid LX all-wheel drive, only $198 a month for 24 months with $27.93 due at signing, or finance at low 1.9% APR for 60 months. These and more, all with low lease rates, that incredible warranty, and $500 more for your trade. Your deal, your way. What a great day. Visit us in North Huntington and Wexford or at shorkeykia.com. Call 1-855-410-4037 for complete details on all offers and terms.
So, NASCO Roofing. Here's why I love NASCO. First of all, woman needed a roof, and her husband. Horrible situation with the roof. Massive hole on the roof. Massive. No one would fix it. $20,000 plus job. Jerry and Asari, NASCO Roofing, fix it for free. For free. The work is unbelievable. The warranty, the work, the labor, guaranteed. Absolutely the best products, the best staffing, the best pricing, the best service, and they care. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000. NASCO, 412-373-2000.
Brought to you by the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. Every dollar, every hour, every voice. That's the power of you.
This September, show your power. Support the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank during Hunger Action Month by donating, volunteering, or advocating. Every dollar, every hour, every voice. That's the power of you. Visit PittsburghFoodBank.org today.
Get Marty's brought to you by UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
The U.S. Department of Energy's Office of Environmental Management will hold a public meeting on Thursday, September 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the West Mifflin Administration Building. DOE staff will discuss removal action alternatives or legacy facilities at the Bettis Atomic Power Laboratory. The public is invited to learn about the history of the two Sea Area facilities and to participate in a question and answer session on the proposed removal action alternatives. More information can be found at www.energy.gov/Bettis-C-area. Paid for by RSI.
Celebrate September with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at $129 and take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Book online at ZeroResPGH.com and take advantage of these huge savings. Zero Res.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
There's this political vengeance going on right now. I got to get even for this wave of angst and anger in America. Becky sends this note. Why is there so much outrage in glorifying someone who made such racist and sexist remarks, referring to Charlie Kirk? Nothing was said when Melissa Hortman and her husband were brutally murdered, or the thousands of people killed by gun violence. Melissa Hortman was a state leader in Minnesota who was executed by a man dressed as a cop. It was horrible. Horrible. It was horrible. No moment of silence for them. None of that's true. None of that's true. Actually, we were devastated by it and spent quite a bit of time on it. It was horrible. Charlie Kirk has become a martyr and he has spewed nothing but hate. Look at his quotes. Prove me wrong. I'll prove me right. That all you want is vengeance. And somehow, what would vengeance be? That we all sign a petition that we hate Charlie Kirk? He was a racist and a misogynist and a sexist and a pig. Would that help? I don't know that this motivational vengeance we have going on right now, where everybody has to try to get even. I'm not sure how we all benefit from that. Like Becky this morning, somehow I ruined the whole narrative by not calling Charlie Kirk a racist and a sexist. He's a young man with a point of view. Here's what I respected, that he takes on. His whole thing was kind of cool, actually. I told my daughter this. My man has big you-know-whats. And I remember when he came to Pitt about a year ago, and he was right outside my daughter's dorm. Not the kind of showing he had when he was assassinated, but a couple thousand students, mostly young men. And what I admired about him was he sits in a chair and answers any question and all questions. Now, you might not like the answer, but he did it. And we can dissect that. I don't like this about women. I don't like this, what he said about minorities. I don't like what he said about marriage and about having babies and about abortion. Okay, I get it. But this false equivalency of we didn't say this much about this state leader who was assassinated, yet we made Charlie a martyr, doesn't make America better. And it doesn't make you better. And I keep going back to the school teacher in Mount Lebanon who made that ignorant post. Look, I'm getting messages from her friends. How dare you? How dare you repost her social media message? Now find the irony in that. Make me the bad guy. A first grade teacher, by the way, I hear she's wonderful, posts about Charlie Kirk. Again, first grade teacher, Mount Lebo. He was a gross racist, awful person who fueled the fires of division. Please stop acting like he was some hero. Okay. But please quit this ridiculous victimization of yourself. How dare you repost my social media post? So a young woman goes on social media who's a teacher in Mount Lebanon who says Charlie Kirk was a gross racist, awful person who fueled the fires of division. Please stop acting like he was some hero. Her friends went off on me because I reposted her Instagram message. How dare you? We hate you. How could you do this to her? You know, she made a social media post on Instagram, You know. I hearken back to my original point. We started with Abe Lincoln. And we continued from there. We assassinated MLK, JFK, RFK, Malcolm X, George Wallace. We had thousands of bombings of American buildings in the 70s. We had the friggin' Civil War, for God's sakes. There were 80,000 dead in one battle in the Civil War. We slaughtered hundreds of thousands of our own blood in the Civil War. We blew up buildings and killed people in the 60s and 70s. We assassinated politicians. We killed presidents and men who wanted to be presidents. And suddenly we have this epiphany that we all hate each other. We don't. I find more greatness every single day than I've ever seen in my career. I don't hate social media. We've raised millions of dollars. We found kidneys for 3 people. We put 400 furnaces in homes. Dozens of roofs on houses. Found cars for folks. Sent kids with cancer on miracle trips. Changed lives. Filled homes with furniture on social media. Thanks to social media. Social media is like a gun. Use it how you want, but be well trained with it. Social media is a weapon or a blessing. You decide. But this notion that we're all horrible people, and also this notion that Mount Lebanon teacher should be fired is hogwash. She made a mistake. Move on. She made an error. Move on. Don't destroy her life to make yourself feel better. And finally, one of my closest friends, Mark Serrao, one of the greatest men I've ever known, one of the kindest men I've ever known. Several thousand people are putting out a petition, ban his business, shut down Oakmont Bakery. Why? One employee of 300 made nasty posts. One. So you decided you want to burn down his business because you don't like one employee. Is that Christian? Is that American? Is that the American way? No, it's the vindication tour.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Our office computers were from like 2012.
What? They had computers then?
Yeah, I don't know much about new tech.
Apparently.
So I went to Staples and saved big on an AI-powered HP laptop and HP OfficeJet Pro printer, which also came with 3 months of free instant ink.
And we're back in this century. During Staples HP Tech Event, save up to 35% on HP printers and up to 40% on AI-powered HP PCs.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Until 11/1, select models only.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 69 and partly cloudy at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Expect hot, dry weather conditions to continue this week. On the Big K Morning Show, Larry asked Andrew Kinzel with the National Weather Service when we can expect some rain.
It certainly has been summer-like. That's coming at the expense of a lot of rain-free days, and right now it doesn't look like we're going to head back towards that until possibly some slight chances very end of next weekend.
Today will be the 9th day in a row without rain. We're now a couple of inches below average precipitation for the year. Fire Chief Daryl Jones says it's rare in Pittsburgh for fires due to dry weather, but the fact this is the 4th driest stretch in the area's history is concerning.
Recommend everyone be careful what they're doing out in their yards and be careful how you dispose of your cigarettes. The grass is very dry. If you flick a cigarette butt into a grassy area that's dry, it could ignite a fire.
And for that reason, Chief Jones says wildfires are possible in these conditions. The Pit, HBO Max's popular Pittsburgh-based medical drama, was a big winner at last night's Emmy Awards. Noah Wiley won an Emmy for lead actor in a drama series.
To my children, to my parents, to my step-parents, and to my beautiful wife, Sarah, who owns half of this, not just because it's California law, because she earned it.
The Pit snagged 13 Emmy nominations for its first season and won awards last night for Outstanding Drama Series, Supporting Actress, and Guest Actor. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 104 points at 45,939. The NASDAQ is up 150 points, and the S&P is up 31. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:32. Our next update at 11. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DiLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DiLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
Barry and Steve Aronich from Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center. You know, getting something new creates excitement. For instance, on a scale of 1 to 10, a new TV might be a 3.
A new car might be a 7. But getting a brand new kitchen or bathroom, that is a 10. Few things equal the exhilaration and joy of finding just the right design for the kitchen or bath of your dreams.
And then there's the anticipation you feel as Petite's expert craftsmen transform your dream into a reality. From custom creation to expert installation, our family-owned business has been making people happy for almost 60 years.
Let us help you experience the one-of-a-kind joy you'll get from a brand new kitchen or bathroom from Petite. Visit us on Route 50 just off the Carnegie exit. Call 412-279-2222 or click PATETE kitchens.com. Haven't you waited long enough? PA 625.
So, in the time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin at Tootie Mechanical. Known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment. They use it there. Tootie Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000. All right, Patrick, you ate at Hofstad's about a week ago. How good was it?
Amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
And he's a food snob. So add to that, Hofstad's has prime rib Mondays. My boy, the restaurant king, JK. Prime rib Mondays, Hofstad's. Dry rubbed, slow roasted, hand-carved prime rib with au jus. I love saying that. Au jus. 2 sides. Mondays. Hofstadts. Oakmont. 4 to 9. Prime rib, brothers and sisters. Go for it. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we're looking out live with the PennDOT cameras over area roads and seeing a couple of spots where you definitely have slowdowns on the major arteries. Parkway West is up to its usual stuff, stacking right around the top of Green Tree Hill before the Fort Pitt tunnels on that inbound or eastbound ride on 376. Trying to head into downtown on the Parkway East, not too tough, just a little bit of a slowdown through the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Now heading northbound or outbound on the Parkway North I-279, we have a daylight construction crew who has set up shop with a single lane traffic pattern. It's between the Perrysville and Bellevue Westview interchanges, and you'll definitely find some slowdowns there. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine mixed with clouds and warm this afternoon. High 85. Partly cloudy tonight, though, around 60. More sun than clouds tomorrow with a high of 82. Sunny to partly cloudy and pleasant on Wednesday, the high 79. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Super September savings continue at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. USDA Choice Boneless Chuck Shoulder Steaks or Roast, $5.99 a pound. California Shelled Walnuts, 1 pound bags, $3.88 each. And selected varieties of extra detergent, 57.6-ounce bottles, 2 for $5. Additional savings in our meat department. Lean and tender pork shoulder steaks or roast, $2.49 a pound. And mahi-mahi fillets, $11.99 a pound. In our produce department, new crop Pennsylvania Gala apples, 5-pound bags, $3.99 each, and jumbo vine ripe tomatoes, $1.29 a pound. In our deli department, slow roasted top round corned beef or roast beef, $8.99 a pound, and Coons 12-inch taco pizza is $8.99 each. And this week, selected varieties of Coke, Sprite, or Dr. Pepper, 24-pack 12-ounce cans, $9.99 each.
It's all happening at Coons Market, that special place in your neighborhood. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Life changes, and each year, so does Medicare. It's time to review and change your 2026 plans with annual enrollment coming next month. Once it passes, your options are limited. Do you need Part C? Act now. Free personalized Medicare plan comparisons. Pittsburgh-based. Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
All right, back to it on this Monday. We'll talk a little Steelers. Rich Fitzgerald stops by. He's going to stop by regularly moving forward. And so much to get into. Happy Monday. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6 today, right here, KDK.
750,000 troops, Americans, were killed. When? Civil War. We lined up across each other's yard and just killed everyone. 750,000. The revenge tour continues. Jasmine posts, Charlie Kirk deserved to die the way he did. Damn. Point blank, period. If you disagree, please let me know so I can take out the trash. Jasmine. And this from a young woman. There's a memorial at one of the schools in Texas, and a young woman comes up on these young men supporting Charlie Kirk and says this. Listen.
Your homie dead. Your homie dead. He got shot in the head. Your homie dead. The
evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that.
She's celebrating your homie's dead. The revenge tour continues. I started out this show, and I will continue on. We nailed Jesus to a cross. This notion that this is new, it isn't. We find ways to justify this revenge and violence in the most uncanny environment I've ever seen. And in my world, let's make it personal. If we're going to start taking talk hosts, which is in essence what Charlie was, and assassinate them because you don't like them. We're all dead. I'm dead. Colin's dead. We're all dead. Dead. Which raises an even bigger issue for one of my closest friends, one of the most intelligent security gurus on earth, Ron Layton. Can we protect anyone? Can we? Ron Layton, good morning, sir. Can we protect anyone, sir? Really?
Marty, good morning, and thanks for having me back on KDKA. I have a lot of thoughts, obviously, around what happened with Mr. Kirk, as well as where we find ourselves. We are in a bad place, and if you'll indulge me for a second, there's a few high-level points that I want to make. Number one, the sound piece that you just played is certainly indicative of this. But number one, anger is contagious.
It is.
Number two, there is less money and attention in unity and more profit in division.
Wow.
Number three, and this is a big one, the drug of choice that we didn't see coming 15 years ago, and it cuts both ways, is social media. It's highly addictive. You can't quit it. If you don't believe me, try. Leave your phone in the car for half a day, and you'll feel like you're walking out of rehab. Number four, it's infiltrated our bedroom, our bathroom, our kitchen table, our restaurant, our cars, our schools. It's our therapist and our babysitter. And this is the drug that everyone has, but it molds itself to your particular brand of thinking with no economic barrier to entry. So crazy as hell is now normal as hell. We always reference MLK, JFK, those 60s assassinations. When JFK was killed in Dallas, you know who told us? Walter Cronkite. Who told us about Charlie Kirk? Our iPhone.
But it doesn't take away, my man, from the life we both grew up in, where we saw significant violence in the 60s and 70s. Your neighborhood's burned. People assassinated. This notion that all of a sudden America's apocalyptic is ignorant, is it not, sir?
Well, and it's also, you know, our history. People don't realize this and don't look at it this way because I'm not so sure that we do our best at teaching history. We're getting ready to turn, you just talked about Civil War. We're getting ready to turn 250 as a country, 250 years. Marty, for greater than 90% of our existence, we've been at war with somebody.
Damn.
Greater than 90%.
Damn.
So, right. So none of this is new.
But I got to interrupt you. You protected 4 presidents. Honestly, get in the ballpark for me. How many legit threats in 4 presidencies came in, men who wanted to kill the president you're protecting? Thousands is an understatement, is it not, sir? Thousands.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a lot. If you're going to look at the level of protection that a president gets, and we spent more time than I'm comfortable with talking about Butler and why that happened versus why it wouldn't have happened for a sitting president. But the point is correct. The security that Mr. Kirk had in place, you really can't compare that to what a more politically a higher level office person would have. It's not even close. But the point is, yes, thousands and thousands and thousands of threats.
Hey, my man, I thought about you so much this weekend, and obviously we communicated. There is a bit of naivete on the part of Kirk, because you know and I know that I have personally had legitimate threats. Multiply that by 100,000. That's how many threats that young man has had. They go into an event in an open space and just figure, no one's going to do anything. Fair, right? It's fair for me to say that, isn't it?
So here's the thing that people don't realize, and again, some of this goes back to the power of social media. All of a sudden now, I can reach the masses. And inside of those masses, if I've got 100,000 people and I say something crazy, I can promise you there's a very small subset who take this literally.
That's right.
They take it seriously.
That's right.
They are on the edge. And then the next thing you know, somebody grabs a hunting rifle.
No one can be protected to the extent that they want to be these days. no one outside of a president. Is that fair?
It is fair because, usually you're talking about two types of violence. There's the random violence that we're all subject to. You're walking in a shopping mall, somebody starts shooting, those kinds of things. And those kind of things are awful. But what you and I are talking about, Marty, we're talking about grievance-based, targeted political violence. And I have said this probably 100 times on the air. We live in an open, porous society. So this Kurt matter is very different for a variety of reasons. But most of the time, people want to talk about AK-47s and machine guns and those kinds of things. This was a hunting rifle that you can go buy anywhere at any time. So the point is that, to your point, it is incredibly difficult, aside from a highly protected political figure, it is incredibly difficult to have a counter to someone who is really interested in targeted violence.
Can you hang, brother?
I can.
I got to ask him about this roof. I got to ask him. It gave me chills when I saw him that suspect running across that roof. Flashbacks to Butler. It's just horrendous. At the end of the day, horrendous. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Good morning, Ellen. What's up?
All right. Good morning, Marty. What's up is we're getting reports of wires down in Richland Township, heads up on Richland Road. It's between, reportedly, Ben Miller Road and Shepherd Road, so could see some crews on scene there. You're definitely seeing some crews on the northbound side of Interstate 279, the Parkway North in Ross Township. This is a new project kicking off today with single lane and shoulder restrictions happening northbound at the Jacks Run Road Bridge. So that's between Cemetery Lane, the Bellevue, Westview area, and the Perrysville area. And crews will be working there daily, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. through mid-October. So we're seeing some slowdowns around that this morning, and you'll have to get used to that out there every weekday. Your Parkway West inbound right now, stacking at the top of Green Tree Hill. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's a few questions for you from California Psychics. Do your workdays seem to go on forever? Is your career progression as fast as downtown traffic? Or does your boss still not know your name?
Hey, you, Tina, Lisa, Sheila, whatever. Get that report to me by lunch, okay? It's Carrie, ma'am. Just get it done, Terry.
It's time to read the career warning signs and talk to California Psychics. We're always on hand to give you the career guidance you need. You see, we only connect you with the very best. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. So you could soon be telling your boss where to stick that report.
Where are you going, Terry? Terry!
Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
We're all human with the same insecurities, doubting ourselves, thinking we're not worthy or good enough, believing those negative thoughts we think. Stop! Every last one of us is good enough to be the best version of ourselves. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Come to me and together we'll change that way of thinking. Excess pounds will come off, you'll feel and look better, and thoughts will become positive. If you want to change, just call me at 1-800-900-THIN.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we're here for you, and we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Marty. Check this out, folks. We have a resource right here in Pittsburgh. Helps people through all things Medicare. They make it simple. Your best options, and they don't cost you anything, ever. This is what makes MediConnect the top-rated firm in our region for guidance with your health care. Your insurance company treats you like an actuarial number. MediConnect treats you like the priority. 888-818-6334. MediConnect Insurance,
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions with big news from Hunter Douglas. Free motorization is back by popular demand. For 1 week only, October 13th through October 21st, receive free smart automation on all blinds, shades, and shutters from Nest Expressions. Call 724-933-5500 or book online. NestExpressions.com.
Some restrictions apply.
Adventure awaits, and the 2025 Subaru Outback Onyx is ready at Bowser Subaru to take you wherever you want to go. Take home a 2025 Subaru Outback Onyx from Bowser Subaru and get 1.9% APR for 72 months. Don't wait. Visit Bowser Subaru today and take advantage of this limited time offer. Tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $477 applies. With credit approval and financing through SMFL. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends October 1st. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru. Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little hope over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Veronica from California asks, I'm 40 years old and just started a new job, and the 401k plan has a pre-tax option and a Roth option. What's the difference between the two, and which should I choose? Veronica, with a pre-tax 401k, you're getting the tax break now. If you choose the Roth version, there's no tax break now, but when the money comes out down the road, assuming all the rules are followed, the money is tax-free. My guess is you already have some money that is pre-tax, so mixing in some Roth money could be a good choice at the new gig.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The anger and the rage has no political bias. Ask Gabby Giffords, Arizona. Shot in the head. A young guy, 22-year-old guy, a semi-automatic pistol, killed 6 people, injured 13. Horrible. Still hasn't recovered. Her husband, obviously, is now the senator. Ask Steve Scalise. I love him, by the way. The guys are playing a softball game, for God's sakes, that they all play every year. And the guy who hates whoever he hates decides to shoot everybody he can at a congressional softball game. And at the end of the day, raises the topic again and again and again. Can we protect anyone? Can we? And I had to ask Ron this because he knows this stuff. Can we, brother? Can we protect anyone, truly?
Well, Marty, one of the things that we're seeing now is you're seeing a bunch of members of Congress that are now asking for additional protection.
Yep.
There's just not enough protectors. There's much, much more demand than there are protectors to satisfy that demand. People don't realize, look at the Charlie Kirk event. They had 6 officers and Mr. Kirk's own private security, and it was inadequate. Protective operations to do it right, meaning you just can't have 2 or 3 guys standing there, is highly labor intensive. There is a technical component that's a really big deal that's used for presidential protection, those kinds of things. But it's expensive, and no one wants to pay for it. That's the truth.
And we could extend it to anyone. Judges, state senators, celebrities. You can't protect everyone, can you, sir? You just can't. There's no way.
Well, you can't. And what's protection mean? Does it mean that you've got a couple of people there?
That's right. That's right.
Does it mean that you've got somebody that goes out and do an advance? Does it mean you've got an armored car? What's it mean? Because protection is a really a big spectrum of activity. True protection is really, really expensive.
Hey, my man, I see this guy on the roof, and he shoots him from 200 yards away. What the hell are you supposed to do about that if you're your average congressman or senator or even governor? What the hell are you supposed to do about that if you plan on doing something outside, sir? How do you protect
a couple
yourself?
Things.
Go.
What's interesting about that, Marty, is I would tell you is I've spent a long time with a lot of guns.
Sure.
He almost missed, and I'll tell you why. So the shooter would have had to point at the top of the head of Mr. Kirk, because he didn't realize a 30-06 over 175 yards is going to drop about 3 inches.
Wow. So
if there's just a movement to the left or to the right, it likely goes over his right shoulder.
Wow.
Just a nuance to this particular event. The other thing, too, is outer perimeter management, meaning these buildings that are on the outer perimeter that represent high ground, whether it's a 4th or 5th story or a rooftop. That's gold for protective operations. So fundamentally, you either have to stop the access to the roof, meaning you don't let anybody up there, or you have to fly drones. Drones are a game changer in law enforcement. And you're starting to see a lot more of this. You have university police departments that now have drone operators. It's a good idea. But if you don't have them and you don't use them, it doesn't make any sense.
This notion that this is newer news, we nailed Jesus to the cross. Sir, if we want to get down to it. That's where I'm at.
No, Marty, like I said, for 250 years of our existence, more than 90%, we've been at war with somebody. So things like targeted violence, random violence, this is nothing new. This has been around for as long as we've been around.
Ron Layton, my brother, thanks, man. The best.
Marty, thank you. Be well.
Be well has a whole new meaning. This from an employee of Oakmont Bakery. The same guy that said abortion is worse than the Holocaust. The same guy that said he'd make his daughter carry a pregnancy if she was raped. The same guy that said homosexuality is an abomination. The same guy that devalued women daily. So no, I won't feel bad for him. He said that. It's vile and irresponsible and disgusting. But does that give you the right to demand Oakmont Bakery be shut down? Hell no.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
So I talked to John Perry over the weekend from Perry Calder Law Firm. John has doctors on his staff to investigate medical malpractice cases. John has the biggest settlements at Perry Calder of any firm in this region. John has the track record. John sits down with families. He's met with my friends and my family members on cases. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200. Perry Calder.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
75 and partly cloudy at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Duquesne Light customers are getting emails this morning on how the company handled the April 30th storm that knocked out power to 300,000 customers. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has more.
The emailed letter links back to their website outlining steps the company is taking to keep its customers better informed in a major outage. Among them, more phone ports to robocall customers to let them know, better tools to determine the estimated time of restoration, and more training for crews who are responding to downed trees and wires. The company says it will provide a more in-depth report on Wednesday when representatives go before County Council's committee meeting on the outage. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Demolition is underway on the Squirrel Hill apartment building destroyed by fire last week. The process of bringing the Jefferson apartments down will take several days. Got started last night and ended around 6 this morning. And the origin of the fire at the Jefferson apartments has been determined. The fire investigation unit says the flames broke out in a basement utility room. The cause was electrical and accidental. A vigil for Charlie Kirk was held in Pittsburgh last night. People gathered at the West End Overlook for a candlelight ceremony where they heard from guest speakers and prayed. Zach Scher was there. He told KDKA-TV he's hoping for unity moving forward.
I mean, nobody needs to die over, what they believe in. And political violence is not the answer. No matter what side you're on, I think everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Utah's governor confirmed reports over the weekend the man charged in Kirk's murder was in a romantic relationship with a roommate transitioning from male to female. He also said the accused shooter is not cooperating with investigators. Nearly 1,000 people turned out on Saturday for concealed carry permits in Jefferson Hills. That event, hosted by the Allegheny County Sheriff's Office, processed 917 permits for gun owners who had difficulty getting to the courthouse in downtown Pittsburgh during business hours. The next satellite concealed carry permit event is on Saturday, October 18th. It'll be in South Park. A framework deal has been reached for the ownership of TikTok. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the agreement was reached during weekend trade talks between the U.S. and China. President Donald Trump commented on the development this morning on social media and also said he'll be speaking Friday with China's leader. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 93 points at 45,927. The Nasdaq is up 172 points, and the S&P is up 33. In KDKA Sports, now the Pirates are starting a series with the Cubs tonight. Braxton Ashcraft is the Bucs starter. First pitch at 6:40. A doubleheader on Monday Night Football. The Buccaneers are visiting the Texans, followed by the Chargers and Raiders at Las Vegas. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of five-star reviews. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. Time to call One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873. Find out how the Inflation Reduction Act impacts your Medicare plan. 75 and partly cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall of Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the Education Director of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall of Museum, Tim Neff.
Captain George McMurtry of Allegheny County was awarded the Medal of Honor during World War I in the Argonne Forest in France between October 2nd and 8th, 1918. McMurtry, commanding the 2nd Battalion, broke through the German lines with 600 men. Coordinated attacks on their right and left failed, and German soldiers quickly surrounded their position. Although painfully wounded, McMurtry constantly moved among his men with encouragement in order to prevent panic, as they had little water and no food. Their 8th and last homing pigeon, named Cher Ami, got through to the American lines minus a leg and an eye, but with their location. After several rescue attempts failed, the 307th Infantry broke through to relieve the lost battalion on the 6th day.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial reflects the valor and heroism that shaped this great country. Consider a tax-deductible donation. Visit soldiersandsailorshall.org for more information.
Hey, it's Marty. Look, folks, you know fall is the perfect season to tackle those home improvement projects before this weather turns cold, and it will. If your windows are old and drafty, inefficient, you need new ones, come on, folks. Universal Windows Direct. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit, 0% financing for 3 years. That is amazing. And you get $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we have a reported accident. This is in East Pittsburgh on Route 30, otherwise known as Lincoln Highway, in that stretch of the road. This is near the intersection with Center Street in East Pittsburgh, of course not far from the Westinghouse Bridge, so do watch out for the slowdowns there. Slowdowns greeting you on the front side of Green Tree Hill on the Parkway West. More stop than go, but it's not backed like it had been earlier, but definitely heavy as you head down past Parkway Center and round the bend past the runaway truck sand pile there. A little bit of heavy traffic on Route 60 as you are making your way toward the west end. And also we do have the Parkway East on the inbound ride. Just a little bit of a slowdown before those Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Very warm, dry afternoon with sunshine and some clouds and a high of 85. Then tonight, partly cloudy skies, low around 60. More southern clouds and remaining warm again tomorrow, the high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
It's the perfect time to refresh your home before the holidays with Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, your local experts in custom window treatments. Call Lachina today for free convenient shop-at-home service, 412-665-4900, or visit lachinadrapery.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Wow. Oh. Charlie Kirk, martyr. He'd probably be surprised by this, actually. I've heard him for years. I've never found enough time to say he's a bad guy or good guy who's an influencer. My daughter, Pitt student, well aware. That was his demo, as we would call it, young people. But now every angry old person decided to take one side or another. Fire a guy if he makes a comment. Hire a guy if he stands beside Charlie Kirk. Shut down a business if someone says something rude. Punish someone. Ruin their lives. Cancel them out if they say anything offensive against Charlie Kirk. Make them martyrs if they support Charlie. And punch someone in the face who doesn't. It's frightening, actually. You know, we nailed Jesus to the cross, for those who believe that this is some kind of unique period in American history or in the history of the world. Just saying. My favorite spiritual leader, Pastor Hogan. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Marty. How are you?
I'm confounded by the revenge tour that folks have decided to take. For instance, if right now you said Charlie Kirk was a bad guy who deserved to die, they would protest your church, threaten to kill you, and burn it to the ground. They would. We're at a place that I haven't really seen us recently. How about you, sir?
It's been brewing for a while, but yeah, it's crazy out there right now.
Do you have this piece that you wrote in front of you? Do you have access to it?
I know what it says. I don't have access to it right now, but yeah, I know what it says.
Tell me what it says, because I posted it. Massive feedback. Go, please. It's important.
It's called "We Killed Charlie Kirk."
Yep.
And the point of it is, like, I wasn't a follower of Charlie Kirk. I'm aware of him.
Same.
But I don't watch TV, and mostly I listen to KDKA or jazz or blues or whatever. But our culture has degraded to the point where it's not a surprise that somebody would be killed for having an opinion other people don't like. But we've kind of created that. We've made a generation, especially folks our age, who grew up knowing how to agree to disagree, now don't invite family members to Thanksgiving dinner because they disagree about stuff.
It's true.
We've become a bunch of algorithm-driven whiners who, if we have to face any opinion other than the ones we approve of, we shy away. We've taught our kids to become that, and we've told them you should be soft and unable to have to face any thoughts that you don't like. And we're reaping the fruit of that. And then the other side of this, the people calling and saying to American Airlines, you have a pilot that posted that Charlie Kirk and not only did he deserve to die, but that his wife and children should be killed. That's backed by the power of our government now. And maybe folks don't know this, but that's not new either. Last administration did a quote unquote purge of supremacy or extremism in the military, but really what they were doing was getting rid of people that politically disagreed with them. And so we've got this culture now where whoever's in power can use the power of the government to go after people who have thoughts.
Let me say this, though, about you. If you wanted to, you could spend your days and night saying, my community sucks. This is a horrible place. I'm out of here. You could have sold your house, moved your church, hung out with rich white folks and raised rich white folks' money and blew up your congregation. Instead, you stay in the thick of it and fight the fight. You've had bloodshed on the steps of your church. You've had members shot and killed and overdosed. Yet you continue to fight the fight, where so many Americans say, screw this, burn the house down, everything sucks. How do you stay so focused on making a difference, sir, when others just say, I'm going to go get even somehow?
It's a calling to do ministry, but it's also one of the blessings of it is I'm so focused on what's right next to me, what I'm right in the midst of, that I can't get tied in knots over what's happening in some other state, what's happening in Washington, D.C. The macro picture is not my focus. Like I'm aware of it, but I don't get so angry about what's happening at some vote in Congress that it's going to ruin my month, because I'm too busy dealing with the homeless lady who's beating on the church's back door because she doesn't have anything to eat.
Right on.
And so it's actually it's salvation for me in some ways, because I see where a lot of folks of our generation are, and they're so wrapped up in so much garbage.
Hell
so
yes.
Poisonous in the way that they think. I want to tell them, find a cause that you can make a difference in instead of just being ugly.
I'm going to find a wall to punch. Here's what they do. Here's what they do. I'm going to find a wall to punch today. Let me find a wall. Let me punch the wall. Okay. Why not build a wall? Why not reconstruct a house? Why not save a family? I'll go punch a wall. It's easier. That's where we're at, brother. It's easier to say screw you than to help you. It's so much easier to say screw you than to help you.
People don't know what they're missing either. Like Carlos and his team came over to my neighborhood and helped a lady named Marianne, who's been fighting cancer for a number of years. She has been through the ringer, and she had a tree that was dead, and her neighbors were upset because branches were falling onto their roof. And Carlos volunteered to bring his crew over because you got in touch with him, and they did good work for free for a lady fighting cancer. Sure, it cost them some effort and some money, I'm sure, but at the end of his night, I don't think Carlos is tied up about something going on somewhere in the big picture because he's so focused on how to make a difference here.
Hey man, I need your Christian view. You have so much wisdom about faith. For the folks on the revenge tour, I got to get even. I got to say something more vile about them than they said about this. What's your message to them, sir? For folks on the revenge tour?
Yeah, it's not Christian. Anybody can claim to be a Christian, but your behavior, it belies the situation. When there's an old saying, if you were accused of being a Christian, is there enough evidence to convict you? And I know tons and tons of people. I couldn't build the case that they're a Christian. They say they are.
Yep.
But across the political spectrum, people who say they love Christ have been acting like fools, especially after this Charlie Kirk thing. How about just weeping?
Yep.
Because there's a young widow and 2 children who aren't going to see their family member anymore. How about praying for this family who had to go through the agonizing torment of turning in their own child for being a killer? How about praying for peace in our country? How about obeying Christ, who said, pray for your enemies, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you? And instead, we have people from the left and from the right. Again, you couldn't convict them of being a Christian based on their behavior right now.
My brother. Can't get enough of you, my man. Thanks, my man.
Have a great day. Tell the family I said hi.
Oh, my man. Love that man. Him and Leighton, they're family to me, man. They're as much my brother as anyone. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, thanks, Marty. Crews still working to get to the scene of this reported accident in East Pittsburgh on Route 30, Lincoln Highway, near the intersection with Center Street. That, of course, not far from the Westinghouse Bridge. And that's kind of a tight turn of the road there, not very wide on Route 30 at that point, and a busy intersection near the intersection with Center. So watch for slowdowns as you're traveling there. No slowdowns to be found once you make your way onto the Parkway East. You're sailing well into the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Parkway West on the inbound ride just has a minor delay before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Just remember, it's the first weekday morning that we are all contending with the new lane restrictions on 579 northbound to 28 northbound. That ramp is now closed to you. And if you're using 579 to get to 279, you're doing a crossover on the Vets Bridge and heading up to the northern suburbs via the HOV lanes. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Campbell on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contrast. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Here's what I love about Oakmont Bakery. So, Mark Sorreo is the bakery king. JK is the restaurant king in Oakmont. So, JK turns 60. Guess who made him his cake? Mark Sorreo, Oakmont Bakery. The cake was bespoke, handmade, homemade, anything JK wanted. I love the fact that two men that work so hard that make Oakmont such a wonderful place can celebrate JK's 60th birthday. Oakmont Bakery, where everything is delicious.
Shorkey Kia is knocking down payments on all the fan favorites. 25 Kia Sportage Hybrid LX all-wheel drive, only $198 a month for 24 months with $27.93 due at signing, or finance at low 1.9% APR for 60 months. These and more, all with low lease rates, that incredible warranty, and $500 more for your trade. Your deal, your way. What a great day. Visit us in North Huntington and Wexford or at shorkeykia.com. Call 1-855-410-4037 for complete details on all offers and terms.
So, NASCO Roofing. Here's why I love NASCO. First of all, woman needed a roof, and her husband. Horrible situation with the roof. Massive hole on the roof. Massive. No one would fix it. $20,000 plus job. Jerry Nasseri, NASCO Roofing, fix it for free. For free. The work is unbelievable. The warranty, the work, the labor, guaranteed. Absolutely the best products, the best staffing, the best pricing, the best service, and they care. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000. NASCO, 412-373-2000.
Brought to you by Moderna.
Mnexspike COVID-19 vaccine mRNA by Moderna has arrived. To learn more and find it near you, visit mnexspike.com. That's mnexspike.com.
Life changes, and each year, so does Medicare. It's time to review and change your 2026 plans with annual enrollment coming next month. Once it passes, your options are limited. Do you need Part C? Act now. Free personalized Medicare plan comparisons. Pittsburgh-based. Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
One of my boys, Zeke, and I mean this, I love him. He's like a brother to me. People glorifying Charlie Kirk is crazy. Maybe. He was a terrible person, a racist, point blank. Your post seems to put him in a positive light. Hate and negativity never result in positivity. I see where you're coming from, and I get it, but you're taking snippets of a man's life and career. There and to your point, Zeke, and I love you. You know, I know I spent so much time with you and your family and your wife and your son. And if you take my show, and Patrick knows this, and you grab snippets of my career, you can make the same comments about me, negative comments, that people make about Charlie Kirk. You could. Or you could look at the big picture. Wow, look at the help. Oh, wow. Oh, so they care about people. Oh, so they help people. We decide. We're the judge, jury, and executioner of Charlie Kirk. And I find that to be unsettling because I'm in the same target area as he was, as Colin is. It's just true. Talk hosts. Dangerous job. Ben, go ahead.
Hey, Marty, you know, I'm a little tired of hearing all these people all the time here lately talking about how Charlie Kirk was full of hate and full of hate speech and
wow,
and
to the text that I just read. Go ahead, Ben. Go ahead.
Nothing could be further from the truth, Marty. Now, I didn't over the years seek him out,
No,
but when I run across him,
yep.
when I'd run across him every once in a while and listen to some of his seminars or speeches or his sit-downs with, like, TV media. And here lately, these last year or so, I've been watching some of his spots on YouTube and stuff like that. He wasn't full of hate or full of hate speech or anything like that.
Don't be naive. He wasn't Jesus. I could spend the next hour reading things. Hold on. This is a talk show, not Ben's speech. I could take pieces of things he said that would infuriate anyone. They just would. But that's his game. He sat down and talked to people about what they wanted to talk about. I admired the hell out of the fact that no one got pushed away. He answered all questions. If that resulted in some hate, so be it. But this notion that he's some martyr, that he's Jesus or Mother Teresa, isn't true either. He was a controversial, divisive figure who should not have been executed, for God's sakes. Bill, sorry, man. Thanks for holding.
Marty, absolutely, you got it very right in terms of what you said about if you take certain
Take it off the speaker, man. Take it off the speaker. I can barely hear you, brother.
Okay, hold on. Can I call back? Because I'm on my cell phone in the car right now.
Yeah, he's driving. I don't want to make him pull off the road. It's just, it sounded horrible. I don't want to ruin your moment. Love him or hate him, no one deserves to be executed, man. No one. And no one deserves to have their business destroyed. No one. One guy at Oakmont Bakery, one employee of 300. Probably the most generous business family I've ever met in my life. Ever. One guy makes ignorant comments. One. And you folks want to put them on a list. Several thousand people want to put Oakmont Baker in a do not shop list. Ignorant. By definition. So that's Christian. Is it? Is it Christian? Your plan, because one employee said ignorant things, is destroy Oakmont Bakery? That's your Christian plan. I find it ignorant by definition. It infuriates me. Like, you can't believe how angry I get. You can't believe it. Go ahead, Bill. Thanks for calling back, brother.
Oh, okay, Marty. Yeah, basically what I was going to say is if you take the snippets of almost anyone's conversations, exchanges over a number of years, because remember, he started Turning Point 13 years ago.
Oh, he was a teenager. He was 15 years old. Go ahead. Yeah.
You can make a case one way or another, and I've looked at different pieces of stuff. The one thing I would say is he encouraged that people to have a face-to-face discussion with them, whether he agreed with them or not.
He did.
And I don't know if you saw my email this morning. I said about actually what his killer actually made a number of mistakes. But as emotional as it would be for people to say, hey, we want to have whatever the death penalty and so forth, there is a legal process to be worked through. And if if that defense lawyer does not do certain things, he would be setting up for reversible error and having to start the process all over again. And that's why you need to let the process play out.
The man's dead. He was executed. That's all I know. And it's horrendous. And it's disgusting. And to Bill's point, the narrative of anyone's life, I can find. Look, I told you, I read quotes. People tried to bring down Mother Teresa. People said horrible things about Jesus right before they nailed him to the cross. These are facts. Nailed it, Bill.
Shorkey Kia is knocking down payments on all the fan favorites. 25 Kia Sportage Hybrid LX all-wheel drive, only $198 a month for 24 months with $27.93 due at signing, or finance at low 1.9% APR for 60 months. These and more, all with low lease rates, that incredible warranty, and $500 more for your trade. Your deal, your way. What a great day. Visit us in North Huntington and Wexford or at shorkeykia.com. Call 1-855-410-4037 for complete details on all offers and terms.
It's time to replace your roof. What's the wise move? Getting a free, no-obligation roof and attic inspection? That's smart. Finding transparent pricing and flexible financing? That's brilliant. Working with the most trusted and reliable roofing company? Now that's genius. Home Genius Exteriors. Call now to get 50% off materials plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors today at 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. See website for details.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
75 and partly cloudy at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The Pit, HBO Max's popular Pittsburgh-based medical drama, picked up several Emmy Awards last night. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
With 13 Emmy nominations in its inaugural season, the show walked away with 3 top honors: Outstanding Drama Series, Lead Actor in a Drama, and Supporting Actress in a Drama. Upon accepting the award for Outstanding Drama Series, series creator and showrunner R. Scott Gemmell dedicated the honor to healthcare workers. Although the majority of the Pit's first season was shot on a set in Burbank, California, designed to resemble Allegheny General Hospital, the production spent 3 days filming on location in Pittsburgh last fall. Now in production for its second season, the show is set to return to Pittsburgh for additional filming later this week. The second season of The Pit is expected to premiere in January 2026. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Pittsburgh's poverty rate increased slightly from 2023 to 24. News Radio KDKA's Rob Taylor has the numbers.
Data from the U.S. Census from 2024 has revealed that 20.1% of Pittsburgh residents are living in poverty. Poverty levels marked at a family of 4 earning $32,000 or less per year. In 2023, 19.9% of Pittsburghers were under the poverty line. A deeper dive shows that Pittsburgh's black residents have a drastically higher poverty percentage. In 2024, 32.6% of the city's black residents lived in poverty, compared to 12.7% of white residents. Rob Taylor, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 20 points at 45,800. The NASDAQ up 178 points, and the S&P is up 28 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
This year's senior class is back at homecoming, reunited and protected with mNEXSpike, the new COVID-19 vaccine from Moderna for adults 65 and older. That's because these seniors know they face the highest risk of severe COVID. mNEXSpike, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA, is a COVID-19 vaccine for people 65 and older and for 12 to 64-year-olds at high risk for severe COVID. You shouldn't get mNEXSpike if you've had an allergic reaction to a previous Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Rare cases of inflammation of the heart muscle and outer lining have been reported. Common side effects include pain at the injection site, tiredness, headache, muscle or joint pain, chills, nausea, vomiting, and underarm swelling or soreness. mNEXSpike may not protect everyone. This year's senior class came ready with a COVID-19 vaccine that helps them keep showing up. mNEXSpike from Moderna, here for the senior class. Visit mnexspike.com to schedule your vaccine today. That's mnexspike.com.
Hey folks, Marty here, Voss TV and Appliance. You'll find the best prices and selection, name brand TVs and appliances. Third generation family business that's built on relationships, not commissions. From sales, installation at Voss, Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team are experts who know appliances and TVs inside and out. They won't leave you hanging after the sale. Visit Voss, South Hill Showroom, 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. The best prices guaranteed.
As an athlete, I'm all about performance and my overall health. I've wanted to improve my smile for a while, but I thought braces was the only option. A friend of mine mentioned she was improving her smile with Invisalign, so I checked out with my local orthodontist and found out that Invisalign could work for me as well. After a quick scan, my orthodontist created my Invisalign plan, and I couldn't be more excited to start. Check out Invisalign.com to find a doctor in your neighborhood. It's great that there are trained Invisalign doctors in our own community here. Invisalign.com.
All right, Patrick, you ate at Hofstad's about a week ago. How good was it?
Amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
And he's a food snob. So add to that, Hofstad's has prime rib Mondays. My boy, the restaurant king, JK. Prime rib Mondays, Hofstad's. Dry rubbed, slow roasted, hand carved prime rib with au jus. I love saying that. Au jus. 2 sides. Mondays, Hofstad's, Oakmont, 4 to 9. Prime rib, brothers and sisters. Go for it. Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out. My sis, Barb, has been fighting this battle with a pancreatic cancer. And the folks at UPMC said, hey, I know you're sick. I know you're in pain. Let's try this chemo. They did. She tried it. Her cancer numbers dropped by hundreds of points. Hundreds. Big, big change. UPMC, giving hope. Life-changing, life-saving information.
The U.S. Department of Energy's Office of Environmental Management will hold a public meeting on Thursday, September 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the West Mifflin Administration Building. DOE staff will discuss removal action alternatives for legacy facilities at the Bettis Atomic Power Laboratory. The public is invited to learn about the history of the 2 Sea Area facilities and to participate in a question and answer session on the proposed removal action alternatives. More information can be found at www.energy.gov/Bettis-C-area. Paid for by RSI.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
Oh, Marty, what's up is it's surprisingly tame out there as far as traffic goes for a Monday at this hour, but it does give me a chance to dive into the new project file here when it comes to construction zone lane restrictions. This is a heads up for those of you traveling in Upper St. Clair. Looks like some bridge rehab work will kick off today on Mayview Road where it goes over Chartiers Creek. So it's about 4 this afternoon when you're going to find that this bridge rehab work will force the closure of Mayview Road between Hastings, Crescent, and the Boyce Mayview Park Community and Rec Center. So keep that in mind. It's going to be around-the-clock closure through Thursday, October 9th. There will be a posted detour. You'll want to leave extra time for that. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Pleasantly warm this afternoon with sunshine and a few clouds, high 85. Partly cloudy tonight, low 60. Sunshine, some clouds, and warm tomorrow, high 82. Nice day Wednesday with sunshine and some clouds, the high 79. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, back to it on this Monday. We'll talk a little Steelers. Rich Fitzgerald stops by. He's going to stop by regularly moving forward. And so much to get into. Happy Monday. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6 today, right here, KDKA.
We forget our history. And when we forget our history, we relive our violent history. Tuskegee Institute, suggesting this is not apocalyptic, the world hasn't ended with the horrible death of this young man. Horrible assassination. My man Zeke pointing this out to me, and thank goodness I have him. The Tuskegee Institute recording the lynchings of 3,446 blacks and the lynchings of 1,297 whites between 1882 and 1968. Most of the lynchings on blacks occurring in the 1890s. My point, we're a violent society. We always have been. 750,000 dead in the Civil War. 750,000. We shoot presidents. Heck, tried to kill Trump twice. Let's be blunt. So this whole notion, there's a peace summit downtown. Come on, man. Spare me the peace summit. Spare me. Spare me the narrative. Let's all have peace. Go away. Shoe fly. Let me guess. We're going to release some balloons. Come on, man. Stop with the rhetoric. Stop with the obnoxious behavior. Find a way to communicate to the folks in your life that you love that we got to do better. If your kids are angry, because a lot of these recent political shootings and school shootings and mass shootings are focused on young white men. Just saying. If your son is angry, you got to talk to him, man. If your son is isolated or your grandson, you got to talk to him, man. You just do. You can't let it go. You can't ignore the signs. What are the signs? Isolation, alone in his room, hour upon hour of social media. You're paying for his phone. Check his phone. You're paying for his computer. Check his internet. Check his friends. Check his social media. Find out about your son. Do the numbers. Check the math. The majority of the mass shootings, white males. Upper income white males. It's frightening, man. Blame who you want. Find the boogeyman if you want, but the boogeyman could be in your second floor bedroom, your son's bedroom. My man Ray says Kirk spoke the truth. Anybody likes the truth, people are out of their minds. He spoke your truth, Ray. He didn't speak truth to anyone and everyone. My daughter's friends don't like him. On the University of Pittsburgh campus, the young females did not like him. I'm just being blunt, Ray. My daughter sent me video the day he was there. Patrick was sitting there. There were, I don't know, a couple thousand. 98% young white men. Misogynist message, sexist message, you could interpret it as that. But harsh enough to deserve to die? No. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. In fact, Patrick is showing the video right now. Brilliant move. When was that, Patrick? Is there a date on that?
It was a little over a year ago.
A little over a year ago. My daughter sent me that because that's right where her dorm was. And if you look at that crowd, what do you say, Patrick? 90% men, young guys.
Oh, yeah.
He had an influence, clear influence on young white males on campuses. Did it make them angry? No. No. Did he deserve to be executed? Hell no. Hell no. We're in a bad place in that regard. I tell you what, I'm telling every politician I know, don't do these events outside, man. Don't. Go ahead, brother, jump in here.
Marty, I'm listening to you, and I think that for all of Pittsburgh who can hear you right now, even outside of Pittsburgh, the theme that you've been speaking over the past week, and correct me if I'm wrong, is look in the mirror.
Right on.
And start with you first.
Right on, my man Trevin. It's true.
And once you start with you first, you can then extend from there. But the importance is to start with you first. And if I may, people will speak to you, call in, may see you on the street or whatever.
Yep.
And they may have their own opinion of what you're saying. Again, as you and I said a week ago, you're presenting what is happening. You're not justifying anything. No. And I'm not taking up for you.
No.
I'm
Hey,
being
I
an
need your
observer.
opinion. I get this message across America, and maybe I'm wrong, and you can call me on it because I know you will. Trevin, it appears as if the narrative is as if black people don't like him.
Well,
is he a racist in the black community? Is that? And I don't. He's not speaking for 100 million black folks. You don't need to answer that. Go ahead, man.
I can't speak for all black people, and I'll say my people. I can't speak for all of us. But what I can say is that there have been some inflammatory remarks that we've seen and made.
Yes, sir.
And what scares me and what I'm afraid of is that instead of listening to the content and the messages, we look at the person or persons delivering the message, and you have to educate yourself. Educate yourself on whatever's being said, whatever's delivered. Listen to what's being said, digest that, and learn yourself.
Completely.
Then, when you do that, look in the mirror. Now, do you want to spew hatred in response? Or do you want to educate that person or those people and let them know, wait a minute, you have your perspective, but I'm living from a different perspective. And until the two perspectives can meet, then all HELL is going to break loose all the time.
Right on.
And we're never, as a society, we're never going to be happy because we're therefore looking for someone else to blame.
All day long.
Or we're swallowing and digesting the negativity.
All day long.
And instead of spewing correction and education, we're spewing what we just took in and we're just regurgitating.
Right on.
So until you change that, you can't change anything.
Nothing. Nailed it, brother. Nailed it. From the PJ Fitzpatrick. Wow, my man Ron, the Civil War never ended. Wow. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, good morning.
Good morning. And as we are trying to take a look out here on the area roads for the Monday morning commute, Marty, I rarely get to say this, so we're going to celebrate the good stuff on the roads. Right now, just a minor slowdown on the inbound Parkway West, right before the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Same kind of story behind the Liberty Tunnels, just traffic light delays for you there. 28 southbound continues to be a pretty good ride. We are getting reports of an accident right before the 40th Street Bridge. We'll certainly let you know what we hear about that as we're able to check it out with the PennDOT cameras. Heading northbound on the Parkway North, I-279, there is a daylight traffic restriction between the Perrysville and Bellevue Westview interchanges. As the crews are working there, they have a lane restriction and shoulder restriction too, and we are seeing slowdowns there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Your home equity could vanish almost overnight, stolen by scammers who forge a deed and transfer it out of your name. The FBI calls it house stealing, and the worst part is you may not know it until it's too late. Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO for a 30-day free trial, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
So I talked to John Perry over the weekend from Perry Calder Law Firm. John has doctors on his staff to investigate medical malpractice cases. John has the biggest settlements at Perry Calder of any firm in this region. John has the track record. John sits down with families. He's met with my friends and my family members on cases. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200, 412-281-4200. 4200, Perry Calder. Hey, folks, it's Marty. My guys at Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks specialize in slate. Not every construction company has the knowledge and training in working with slate. I've slated my home. It can get expensive, but it can also last 100 years. Do it right the first time. Call Sam and Calvin to get on their schedule right now. They also specialize in decks and siding. Call thecousins.com. That's callthecousins.com. I trust them So should you. CallTheCousins.com. So, in the time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin at Tootie Mechanical. Known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment. They use it there. Tootie Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
30% of adults in this country feel like some violence is okay to further a political cause. 30%. If you see 100 people walking around, 30 of them say, yeah, somebody gets beat down, somebody gets shot, somebody gets busted up. That's okay, as long as my side wins because of it. That's striking.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Half of the 10 biggest law firms in Pittsburgh, each of them headquartered downtown, have opened an office in a new metro so far this year, dramatically outpacing 2014 activity. And 2025 is far from over. Reed Smith, the largest, has added 2 in Atlanta and in Denver, and expects to open a 3rd in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia before year's end. Last year, there were just 2 offices opened among the region's biggest firms. Burns White opened an office in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and Dickey McCamey entered Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Also, Truist, one of the biggest U.S. banks, is seeking a new Pennsylvania leader. Travis Rhodes, who served as regional president for Pennsylvania and New Jersey, has been appointed North Carolina and West Regional President for Truist's commercial banking business and is relocating to Charlotte from Philadelphia. Rhodes was Truist's and predecessor bank's BB&T's top executive in the Commonwealth since 2018. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I had a stern talking to with my kids, and I mean this. I said, the man in the mirror, I told my kids, you need to stay off any kind of negative comments on social media. Take your little pictures at the beach, posing with your little friends. Stay out of the politics. I know you have a voice. Voice it to Dad. One of my boys, Patrick, found the video, which I think is wonderful, of Charlie Kirkland, who's here. It was September 18th, 2024. So pretty much, yep. We had this is from Charlie at the time. We had 2,000 students greet me at the University of Pittsburgh. 750 signed up for his group. Another 250 registered to vote. Yeah. It's true. It's true. It was a good crowd. There was no trouble. He had the former presidential candidate with him, too. Vivek Ramaswamy. Thanks, Patrick. It was actually kind of a cool engagement. Here's what I liked about my man. He's no different than I was. He'd sit down in a chair and answer questions. I mean, no way in hell, man, you can justify assassinating a man. And getting online and saying it was a good thing is a horrible idea. I just find it to be offensive that people do this. this revenge tour they're on. Go ahead, Ryan. Thanks for holding.
Hey, yeah, thank you. It's not even offensive. It's dangerous.
It is.
It kind of yeah. I think there's a New York Times editor or writer. He did an op-ed in the New York Times about Charlie Kirk, and the headline was he did it the right way, you know. And I think that's why a lot of people this is hitting pretty hard because his views, you know. I don't necessarily agree with all of them, but
no.
he opened the dialogue to like everybody. Anybody who wanted to step up to the microphone.
No, it was cool.
I wanted to ask you a question about the mass shooting stats. Were you saying that mass shootings overall, mass shootings, were done by white males, or was it school shootings done by white males? School, okay.
And it's the data's there. It's actually kind of unnerving, quite frankly. And Ryan, it started with Columbine.
Yes.
And what happens is these young white males, they emulate these guys. And I sat down with the parents of a young man who went into a local school and stabbed everybody he could. You remember that? Remember that?
I don't know.
He stabbed everybody he could. And he's in prison for life. And his parents said he emulated the mass shooters at Columbine. And there's data out there that says they all sit down and start to study the other mass shooters who are also angry white males and isolated and use them for a template for their destructive nature. It's scary as hell, man. Scary as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in 10th grade when Columbine happened.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Thankfully, like, I was just getting out of school, but I have a 2-year-old now.
Oh, my.
And, yeah, and I'm not really, like, scared or anything.
No.
I am nervous. I'm nervous, you know, of course. I'm nervous about anything, though.
Yeah.
But
no.
Yeah, just I want to tell him to, you know, if you have a problem with anything, just let me know what it is, and we can like talk through it.
And hey, Ryan, let me say this, and we're going to talk to him live here about 1 o'clock to the sheriff, who I love, Kevin Krause. He texted me on Saturday. He goes, "You won't believe the lines." He had an event on Saturday. To your point. Which, by the way, I embrace and admire that he does this, where you can go and sign up for a permit to carry, okay? My man, lines around the block of people who are afraid. I get that people are apprehensive, but Ryan, I just don't think it's a good idea for a 75-year-old grandma to get a concealed carry permit and pack it in her purse while she's driving to Giant Eagle. I just don't think that's the solution, brother. Do you?
I mean, I don't know what the 75-year-old had going on in her life.
Yeah, but 1,000 people, my man, 1,000 people on Saturday got permits to carry that have no training and no background in firearms. None.
Yeah. I mean, I don't personally have a firearm. I was thinking about having a firearm, but you know, I would want to take the utmost precaution,
right on,
especially with a young son.
Right
you know,
on. No, I love you.
And I'll tell you
what, the best call all day. I love you. Thanks, Patrick. Eric Reibel, I sat in his home with his parents. I talked to them for hours, and he was 16 years old, 2014. He walked into Franklin Regional and stabbed 21 people. He studied the mass shooters at Columbine. It's frightening as hell, and he was a wonderful boy, and his parents are wonderful people.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
This one I got to pay attention to, and I'm telling you why, because it's getting cold, and we got a couple cranky old, beat-up old windows. Our house is 80 years old. Why wouldn't we? So you got to check out Universal Windows Direct, because listen to this. You buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. No limit, folks. And even better, 0% financing for 3 years. No interest, no pressure, and a bonus. $500 off the entire project when you schedule now. So schedule now. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct right now. 412-545-6003. Look, they're got this technology in them. They keep the cold air out. They keep the warm air in. And I'm serious about this. Legit. Their incredible reputation, professional installation. They handle everything with care and precision and attention to detail. Universal Windows Direct. 412-545-6003.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
78, partly cloudy skies at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. New this hour, Cranberry Township Police are looking for an individual following some suspicious activity. Lieutenant Chuck Messalino tells KDK Radio the man was last seen near Hain Elementary and Middle School.
Earlier this morning, we received a report of a suspicious male who had been seen in the area of the school, but that's not where the suspicious activity had taken place. We're currently trying to locate the male.
He says the school is in secure mode, so students will remain indoors until the end of the school day. New this hour, an Armstrong County woman is facing homicide charges after the bodies of 3 infants were found in a home where she once lived. State police announced the charges this morning against 39-year-old Jessica Moff. Reports say she was evicted, and the property owner found the remains in a closet and the attic. Moth has been denied bail. She's being held in the Armstrong County Jail. A 19-year-old is dead, and her mother has injuries after an explosion and fire Sunday morning in Castle Shannon. Brian Shellaby was told by his wife Carly he couldn't stay at their house in the 800 block of Corbett Drive because they were separated. Shellaby told police he responded by pouring gasoline around the home, and the structure exploded as he threw the gas can outside. Lakin Shellaby died. Her mother was hospitalized. Brian Shellaby now charged with homicide, arson, and more. And money is being raised for Carly Shellaby in the wake of the tragic loss of her daughter and home. A GoFundMe link is available now at kdkaradio.com. Demolition is underway on the Squirrel Hill apartment building destroyed by fire last week. The process of bringing the Jefferson apartments down will take several days, they say, and the origin of the fire there has been determined. The fire investigation unit says the flames broke out in a basement utility room. The cause was electrical and accidental. The Pirates are celebrating the life and legacy of Roberto Clemente today with the team's annual day of service. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher Paul Skeens participated in today's events and expressed his gratitude for the late legendary Hall of Famer and humanitarian.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably the most memorable and notable Pittsburgh Pirates ever play here. So both what he did on the field and off the field. So we have a responsibility, I think, to carry on his legacy. You know, this jersey that Roberto Clemente, it's bigger than all of us. So it's great to be here. Great to make a small difference. And there's more work to be done.
The first community stop was at a packing and distribution event on the North Shore in support of Operation Troop Appreciation. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Duquesne Light customers are getting emails this morning on how the company handled the April 30th storm that knocked out power to 300,000 customers. News Radio KDK's David Ballarado has more.
The emailed letter links back to their website outlining steps the company is taking to keep its customers better informed in a major outage. Among them, more phone ports to robocall customers to let them know, better tools to determine the estimated time of restoration, and more training for crews who are responding to downed trees and wires. The company says it will provide a more in-depth report on Wednesday when representatives go before County Council's committee meeting on the outage. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 10 points at 45,823. The Nasdaq up 185 points, and the S&P is up 29 points. KDKA Sports, the Pirates start a series with the Cubs tonight. Braxton Ashcraft, the Bucs starter, first pitch at 6:40.
Doubleheader on Monday Night Football. The Bucks visit the Texans, followed by the Chargers and Raiders at Las Vegas. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. 78, partly cloudy in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast next.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Pleasantly warm this afternoon with sunshine and a few clouds, high 85. Partly cloudy tonight, low 60. Sunshine, some clouds, and warm tomorrow, high 82. Nice day Wednesday with sunshine and some clouds, the high 79. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
This year's senior class is back at homecoming, reunited and protected with mNEXSpike, the new COVID-19 vaccine from Moderna for adults 65 and older. That's because these seniors know they face the highest risk of severe COVID. mNEXSpike, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA, is a COVID-19 vaccine for people 65 and older and for 12 to 64-year-olds at high risk for severe COVID. You shouldn't get mNEXSpike if you've had an allergic reaction to a previous Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Rare cases of inflammation of the heart muscle and outer lining have been reported. Common side effects include pain at the injection site, tiredness, headache, muscle or joint pain, chills, nausea, vomiting, and underarm swelling or soreness. mNEXSpike may not protect everyone. This year's senior class came ready with a COVID-19 vaccine that helps them keep showing up. mNEXSpike from Moderna, here for the senior class. Visit mnexspike.com to schedule your vaccine today. That's mnexspike.com.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The horror of hate. Check this out. From white nationalist groups following the execution of Charlie Kirk, apologize. By the way, let me back up. They never liked him, ever, because of his stance on Israel. Never, ever liked him. Now, quote, nothing can stop what is coming, end quote. Ryan Sanchez, the leader of the far-right National Network, who was caught on video giving a Nazi salute. Okay? Quote, we are mobilizing young nationalists to defend our communities against the radical left. We need your help. End quote. Quote, this is the beginning of a movement that may define our nation. End quote. Use it for good and purge the country. Purge the country of these insane ideologies. End quote. Quote, a white nationalist. Time to take our country back, fellas. Get to work. End quote. One more quote. White men, fight back. End quote. One more. Death to the left. End quote. Dr. Christian Conte, a man who for a living is face to face with murderers, trying to find hope in their lives, trying to find some sort of redemption for them who have battered and troubled souls, joins me live. Dr. Conte, this is a very unsettling time, is it not, sir?
I mean, this is a really difficult time. I mean, it's a visceral reaction. We saw something horrific take place. To see someone to be executed in front of his wife and children, that has echoed. I mean, it has scared people. It's a really difficult. I mean, it has scared people. It's a really difficult moment.
It's frightening. But by the way, let's be blunt. I just sent a note to the governor, quite frankly, and told him to be careful. And I mean this, man. I have never, ever, ever received as many threats as I do now. Legit threats. And you as a man who goes into prisons and tries to find hope for men who face hopelessness, life and death in prison, you have also had folks come after you. Have you not, sir? Have you not?
I have. Absolutely. Look, people get in there, Marty, it's dangerous. It is dangerous.
It is.
But we just want to be mindful about how we talk about what's going on. And I think in being mindful, we set a tone. So for example, there's in fear, when people are afraid, it's natural to respond in extremes. It's one of the reasons why on a colloquial level, we have a tendency to say something like, I can't stand it when.
Nice.
And you think about that, to not be able to stand something means you're going to fall down. That's extreme. But we use extreme words because we're trying to cope with fear, with anxiety. And my concern for right now is this. The reaction to that fear is going to put out extreme words. We got to do this. You used a quote of somebody that said purge. Like, it becomes incredibly intense. And we got to be mindful about not running with that simply because we're hearing it.
Hey, Doc, I've studied this. These mass shooters, these kids, and a lot of them are young white males, they literally go back in history and they start at Columbine and move forward, and they study the bios of other mass shooters that they've now made their heroes. So now anyone out there in misery and who's enraged, who has a single bolt 30-06, now has a template for purging someone that they hate. And it's scary as hell, is it not, sir?
Well, and so it's glorified. These shooters, and I've spoken with some in behind bars. What I will tell you is night and day is the difference between the arrogance that is shown right after they commit these acts. Compare that with the scared, crying, it's not fair, I'm stuck inside this cell. Compare those two, and I've watched it firsthand. And so I think what would be really helpful is if we almost could have an education of having young people see what it's like on a day-to-day basis, because you commit that act, you have all that publicity, and then boom, the rest of your life, you're behind an 8x10 cell. It's not a glorified life.
Hey, man, I have seen this firsthand. They're empowered by the acts of others, and then they're destroyed when they know they're completely alone. My question to you is, I say this all the time, man. You gotta sit down with the man in the mirror. First, I gotta address my issues. Then I gotta sit down with my kids, which I did this weekend. Hey, what do we want to talk about here? Do you have friends that are anxious? Do you have friends that are angry? Do you have friends that talk about violence? Do you have friends that talk about guns? Hey, Doc, this starts at home, does it not, my man? We're most afraid sometimes to communicate.
Always. I agree with you 100% on that. It definitely starts at home. It starts with ourselves. We're the only person who has unrestricted access to our minds. It has to begin with us. But here's what I do. I'll just firsthand experience of what a person who practices this stuff does. I constantly challenge my own perspective. So I'm very mindful that like everyone else on the planet, we all have an ego, and our ego wants to be right. What I do is I challenge my ego and I say, okay, let me take another perspective and let me challenge my ego. And the part that takes practice to get down is being able to genuinely challenge your own ego and not run from it, not try to get a quick answer, but really sit with the alternate perspective. Because as long as we keep feeding our ego the quick, they give little blurbs on the social media. You get a clip of something.
Yep.
Clips, by the way, get tailored to get you angry. So they edit stuff. And you know this, Marty, as a public figure. People will clip stuff you say completely out of context, completely wrong, and then drive people to actually hate you on stuff you never said. And that happens. And so you have to challenge your ego and say, is my perspective really definitive, or is it possible there's a whole lot more out there that I'm not getting?
Hey, man, when people come after me or my family, I've had letters sent attacking my daughter, seriously, attacking my wife, threatening my family. I want to hurt them. I have to exhale and manage somehow. What do you do, sir? How do you manage folks? Because you spend your life trying to save lives. How do you manage folks that want to hurt you or your family? How do you manage that, sir?
So the first thing I do is I get accurate really quickly. I ask myself, like, what access does this person have? What do I need to do to keep my family safe?
Nice.
I mean, that is the absolute precedent. What do I need to do first and foremost to keep my family safe? And then I want to know as much as I can. I want to understand it. I mean, I've always been driven to understand human behavior. 27 years of my life. It's why I go into prisons. It's why I go work with people in the darkest moments of their lives, because I want to understand the human psyche. So the first thing I do, I get accurate with what do I need to do to keep my family safe? And then I stay on top of my mind to keep speaking accurately. The more I start going, it's everybody, it's all this group, it's all that group, the more I do that, the more anger fuels. But the more I can stay accurate with, it's this person said these words. Now, what effect does this have? And so, Marty, I tell people, I believe the biggest skill we need to teach our young people is the ability to discern. Discernment is a skill that is necessary. Can you differentiate between this? And then can you make a wise decision based off that?
Hey, Doc, because sometimes I just want to quit. And I mean it, man. Like some mornings when it's dark, I'm like, F this. I can't make a dent in this massive. I'm punching clouds, man. Do you ever think that? Do you ever think,
I
man, I can't help this crap show? Do you ever think that? And how do you move on?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, first of all, you're somebody who is really a genuinely great character. People might not know this, but you were somebody who texted me the whole time last year. My wife went through stuff. I think we need each other. I think iron sharpens iron. And I think on those days you reach out to people. And then for other people, if you're out there listening, reach out to people. Know that your friends are struggling with that. You don't have to do it. You know, Marty, I come back. I know this is a well-known story, but I come back to it all the time in my own mind. The two guys that are walking on the beach with thousands of starfish on the beach, you know, the guy keeps picking up and throwing them in, and he's like, why are you doing that? You're never going to save all those starfish. And he picks up one, looks at it, throws it in, and goes, save that one. You know, It's one at a time. One at a time. And there are people listening to you that you are impacting. There are going to be some that are stuck in their confirmation bias. They're listening for you to say whatever makes them angry, and then they just run with it. And that's not you, that's them. That's when people are celebrating this cruelty, they're showing the world their character. They're literally showing the world their character and who they really are. And I don't think they really want people to see it.
You know what, my man? You know what's troubling as hell? And I know we've had violence since we crucified Jesus on the cross. I get all that. We killed MLK, RFK, JFK, you name it. But right now, my man, and you know this, there are teenagers right now sitting in their bedrooms locked and loaded. And that's a unique danger that's out there that I've never seen in my career. What the hell do we do, man? Honestly, they're locked and loaded, brother.
It's why every listener, every person whose ears can hear this right now, if you have access to a teenager, check in with them. Check in with them. Talk to them. You hit the nail on the head with family at home, but even if it's nephews, nieces, whatever it is, just check in with people because it is a scary time.
Huh? You don't want to find out the morning after, my man. I don't want to hear this from Mom. Yeah. I never knew. I interviewed D-Bolt's mom after, obviously, Columbine, which started all this madness. The night before he killed all those kids, he sat down with his dad, excited about college. And his dad hugged him and said, "You've done so well. You're a straight-A student." And he wrote Mom a beautiful letter about how much he loved family. And the next day, he killed everyone in the high school that he could. Sometimes you just don't know, brother, do you?
No, you don't. You don't always know, but you keep throwing those starfish back in because you also don't know which one, how many times. And this isn't, I remember reading this in Chicken Soup for the Soul years ago about a young man who was getting all his stuff from school. He was going to commit suicide. And it was people who talked to him, like at the last minute that he decided not to. And I tell teachers, whenever I speak to teachers, reach out to one kid who has, doesn't have as big of a social connection. Right. Just ask them a question about life. And it's making that one little connection because you never know how many lives you're saving. You never know how many lives of people are saying, you know what, this is worth it. Marty, what you're doing by talking about things, you're giving people a platform to speak. That's what this is about. Who cares if you have different opinions? Who cares if people's opinions are different? That's what makes the world beautiful. People have different ideas. But to not have a space where we're allowed to do that, that's not a good spot.
Dangerous, brother. Christian Conti, thanks, brother.
Definitely. Good to see you.
My man gets it.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contract. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little laugh does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service, elderly woman, bunch of trees hanging over her house. Could damage the heck out of the house. She can't pay for it. Carlos took care of those trees. Carlos is a magnificent businessman as well as a humanitarian who gives a damn about people. Greater Pitt Tree Service. The best pricing, the best professionals, the biggest heart. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call Carlos.
Looking for a ride that's ready for anything Pittsburgh throws your way? Then it's time to meet the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester at Bowser Subaru. The 2025 Subaru Forester Premium and its symmetrical all-wheel drive provides the confidence to explore from muddy trails to long stretches of highway. And with 2.9% APR for 48 months, you don't want to miss it. Don't wait. Visit Bowser Subaru today and take advantage of this limited time offer with credit approval and financing through SMFL. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends October 1st. Now that's the power of Bowser. Take a test drive today at Bowser Subaru.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser.
BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
John Perry proudly sponsors Get Marty. Perry Calder Law Firm, the best, folks.
It's the perfect time to refresh your home before the holidays with Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, your local experts in custom window treatments. Call Lachina today for free convenient shop-at-home service, 412-665-4900, or visit lachinadrapery.com.
So, NASCO Roofing. Here's why I love NASCO. First of all, woman needed a roof, and her husband. Horrible situation with the roof. Massive hole on the roof. Massive. No one would fix it. $20,000 plus job. Jerry Nasseri, NASCO Roofing, fix it for free. For free. The work is unbelievable. The warranty, the work, the labor, guaranteed. Absolutely the best products, the best staffing, the best pricing, the best service, and they care. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, NASCO. 412-373-2000.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com. Army Cavalry veteran and Purple Heart recipient Phil Bauer shares memories of when the Chinook helicopter he was in was shot down over Iraq.
Big giant explosion. I'm underneath the rear propeller, which was hit from Baghdad that day to 7 days in Germany, 20 surgeries, and then on Thanksgiving Day, I became an amputee.
Years later, he would find love and loyalty in his service dog, who's allowed him to even view his injury with an incredible sense of humor.
My favorite is, just walking up to other amputees and being like, nice stick. And they'll always look at me and just start laughing.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So I find hope in the coolest places. This woman, Debbie, who I love her to death, she sent us a note about a month ago about this insane bill she had with Duquesne Light. Duquesne Light did not steamroll her or blow her off. Oh, no. They found a team of folks that went to her house and did an evaluation of how much power she was using. They put her on a payment plan, including the folks from the Dollar Energy Fund. This is how I love this town. I love people. And then HVAC guy comes out, Mitchell, put in a new furnace and new AC and new insulation for free. Thousands of dollars for free. What's my point? There's greatness out there, man. Seek out the greatness. Seek out the difference makers. Seek out the people that give a damn about the right thing rather than the revenge tour. Let's find a way to beat those people up who like Kirk, or let's find a way to call them racists or haters or evil. Let's fire them if they made a negative comment one time on a page about Kirk. Let's fire them, destroy their lives, ruin their business because one employee made a rude comment. There's hope out there. Go ahead, Steve. Steve.
Yes.
Go.
Hello.
Go, Steve.
Oh, okay. Hey, my name's Steve.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to comment on some of the social media posts.
Oh.
And I came home the other day, just to paint a little picture. I came home the other day. My dad's in hospice.
Aww.
I'm watching him wither away. I'm sad as could be. And I look at a post, and it just says addicts in the cemetery.
Yeah.
And the girl that's pictured has been missing for a month.
Whoa.
And that's my daughter in that picture.
Oh, my God. Hold on. I got to put him on hold. I got to put him on hold. You got to get his information.
Okay.
You got to get his information for me. We got to get his information. We got to help him out. Hold on. We got to do that. My gosh. We got to help him. We got to take a break, but we got to help him out.
Hello, this is Sarah Botkin, president of Botkin Family Wealth Management. It's been years since my dad Les, brother Lester, and I resigned from a Wall Street brokerage to open our family-owned investment firm. I felt energized about our new venture, but uncertain about our clients' reactions. Would they follow us or stay with a big Wall Street name? We were thrilled when the reaction was one of congratulation, and we've experienced tremendous growth since we opened our doors in 2015. People seek us out because they don't want to be lost in the shuffle of a huge company. Dad and I are certified financial planners, and Lester is a chartered financial analyst. We deliver big resources in a personalized environment where you're important to all of us. Firms turn over all the time. Advisors turn over. We don't. We're headquartered in the South Hills of Pittsburgh. We live here, and we work here in the building that we bought together. It's our family helping your family. Find out more at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is letting everyone know about great debt relief options now available to help people with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of your credit card debt. Get a free debt relief consultation when you call 800-201-7676, 800-201-7676, 800-201-7676.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 79 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Rob Taylor. All schools in the Seneca Valley School District have been placed on secure mode today as Cranberry Township Police search for an individual in the area for suspicious activity. Lieutenant Chuck Massolino telling KDKA Radio they have an increased police presence in the neighborhoods surrounding the district after the individual was spotted near the Hain Elementary and Middle School.
The school has been placed in secure mode, not lockdown, where students will remain indoors throughout the day.
He emphasizes that the, quote, suspicious activity did not take place anywhere on school grounds. Rather, the individual was spotted on school property earlier this morning. The origin of the fire at the Jefferson Apartments has been determined. The fire investigation unit says the flames broke out in a basement utility room. The cause was electrical and accidental. The fire there has renewed calls to re-examine the safety of the city's older buildings and update fire codes that do not mandate sprinklers in structures built before 1990. Now, on the Big K Morning Show, Fire Chief Dr. Dale Jones admits they could be expensive, but says they're worth the investment.
They've been around for over 100 years, and the amount of damage and loss of life will be greatly reduced due to a sprinkler system.
Jones says sprinklers are 97% effective. On Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 29 points, NASDAQ's up 190, and the S&P is up 31 points. KDK Radio News Time is 12:31. Next update's at 1. I'm Rob Taylor on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Be part of the growing family that is Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. It's Dan Zangrilli. I'm a member, and so are nearly 25,000 Western Pennsylvanians. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is up to 7 convenient locations in our region. Remember, if you live, work, or worship in Allegheny, Beaver, or Butler counties, you're eligible to join Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union for just $5, and you'll enjoy the many perks of a credit union. So learn more at AllegiantFCU.org, federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey, are you turning 65 and exploring Medicare options? With over 50 Medicare plans available to you, it can be overwhelming. MediConnect is here to help. They want you to understand your options so you can choose the best plan for yourself. It's Medicare made simple with one call. Connect with MediConnect at no cost. Their top-rated experts are coming to your neighborhood with their New to Medicare seminar. You don't want to miss this. Call 888-818-6334 or visit MediConnectInsurance.com and click on the seminar tab. So we're sitting down, myself and my wife, with Julian Gray next week. talk about a couple things. So think about this, folks. If you have a kid going to college, do you have the power of attorney? No, I'm serious. If they're 18 now and they get hurt and they have to be hospitalized in college, you have the power of attorney so that when you call the hospital, they'll give you medical information. If you don't, you need to get it done. Seriously, it's $500. You got to get it done. It's important and it's viable. Very, very vital. 412-458-6000, grayouterlaw.com, grayouterlaw.com. Also, do you have an estate? When's the last time? So we're putting together a whole new estate plan. Our will was 25 years old. It just doesn't work anymore. So think about your kids going to college so that you can get their medical information if you need it. And think about estate planning. grayouterlaw.com, 412-458-6000. Julian Gray, the best.
What will you do when your home loses power? Stop waiting for the utility company to restore power. Prevent unpredictable outages with a standby Honeywell home generator by Generac from AirPro Heating and Cooling. Control your home's power and protect your family from power disruptions, unsafe situations, and inconvenience. Call someone you know. Call the home generator experts at AirPro Heating and Cooling today. 800-749-0642. Learn how easy and affordable home power protection is from your friends at AirPro.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. TNC Supply.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine mixed with clouds and warm this afternoon. High 85. Partly cloudy tonight, though, around 60. More sun than clouds tomorrow with a high of 82. Sunny to partly cloudy and pleasant on Wednesday, the high 79. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. My guys at Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks specialize in slate. Not every construction company has the knowledge and training in working with slate. I've slate on my home. It can get expensive, but it can also last 100 years. Do it right the first time. Call Sam and Calvin to get on their schedule right now. They also specialize in decks and siding. Call thecousins.com. That's callthecousins.com. I trust them. So should you. Callthecousins.com. Hey, I'm jazzed about this. Time to stock that freezer with the freshest choice meats in the burg. Thanks to Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip. Amazing place. Lamb chops, steaks cut to order, prime rib, ground meat, wings, and so much more. I'm telling you, the meat is as fresh as you can get, and the prices do not blow your budget. Order online. Use their app to arrange pickup or delivery, or visit Salem's at 29th and Penn in the Strip and grab lunch. Open 7 days a week. Free parking right next door.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools to help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
The KDKA Radio High School Football Game of the Week, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, is back. This week, Montour hosts Mars in Week 4.
Presented by Invisalign, Allegheny Health Sports Medicine, official sports medicine provider for high school football. Giant Eagle, Keystone Custom Apparel, and brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Forged by the Sea, Remarkable Auto Works, collision repair and service make your car remarkable. Red Ribbon Soda, Pittsburgh's Pop, First National Bank, and by Noble Environmental.
High school football lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I have a bit of resentment toward the folks who want to eliminate, cancel a business or fire a teacher. A Mount Lebanon teacher, very young woman, made what would be considered probably a distasteful comment about Kirk on Instagram. And then I posted it. I mean, 400,000 people have commented on this, and they all want her fired and burned at the cross. I find that, too, to be ignorant. I do. Look, man, if we're going to start judging comments and things and things we've said that we didn't mean to say, and we're going to fire everybody that made one inappropriate comment. This teacher, by the way, young girl, flat out said he didn't deserve to die. She flat out said he didn't deserve to be killed. But then she said he was a gross, racist, awful person who fueled the fires of division. He didn't deserve to die, but please stop acting like he was some hero. Okay. Fair enough. Should she be fired? I just don't think so. I mean, is she teaching second graders about politics? I don't think so. And if that's our plan, one mistake and you're out, man, I'm gone, man. I'd have been fired 6,500 times. I screw up every day, to be blunt. I've made ridiculous mistakes and apologize for them. But sometimes apologies aren't enough. But I just don't think that a woman's career should be ruined over a comment. However, her friends reached out and went at me, wanted to burn me down because I posted her social media post. Get the irony? Her social media post, I reposted. They want me. I'm the bad guy. My point is, and all I said about the young lady is keep it to yourself. As I told my kids, as I told my 21-year-old daughter, soon to be. Keep it to yourself unless you want to face the consequences. What really aggravates me is one employee from one really successful business run by one amazing family, the Sorayos, Oakmont Bakery. One employee made a couple of obnoxious comments, about this assassination. And you folks literally calling their business saying, we have several thousand people. We are going to boycott your business. To hell with you. I'll buy more donuts. I find it reprehensible that you sit on high in your pompous, pious, ridiculous, obnoxious stance that because one ignorant employee who Mark Sorrell has no control over their private social media posts makes a couple of ignorant comments, and they are, and you want to shut him down. That's flat out ignorant. I'm going to buy more donuts. You know, you tried to shut down Chick-fil-A. Same crap. Their business exploded. You know, you tried to shut down Sarah's Candy because the Trumps visited there. You know, his business exploded. To hell with you. Grow up. Get a real job. My man, the barber, what's up? Rick. Is this Rick?
Oh.
Go, man.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo, this is the barber.
I know it is. Yeah, I see that.
Oh, okay. I heard somebody say Rick. All right, Marty, let me get something out. Please don't interrupt me.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. How long do you get to talk without interruption?
This is about the Kirk shooting. Now, this to me, it's a white on white crime as we see.
Yeah.
And
to me, you make this a white on white crime. That's it. That's all it is for you.
Hold on, Marty. Hold on, Marty. Let me say something.
It's a conversation, man. It's a conversation. People have back and forth conversations all the time.
Okay, and white people are not really saying that to me because on the social media it switched over to what black people were saying about Kirk. Okay, Kirk said something about black people. I'm black. I don't care what Kirk said because words don't hurt me.
Yes,
but black people are going to react to something that a white person says immediately. But to me, it seems like it's turned around about black people talking about Kurt instead of white people talking about their own people.
My man, this is not about race. Don't make this about race.
Marty, no, you said something about the school shootings. It was a predominantly white thing. So how come I can't say this is a white-on-white crime? School shootings are white-on-white crime.
I'm done arguing with you about it. I don't know what he's talking about. I just don't. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea. It's a massive issue in our culture today. We're extremely violent. One of my friends made the same point, that this is a white crime. Okay. If that helps you get through the day, okay. We're in a very, very, very violent culture. And everybody has their finger in it. I wish I could tell you that there is no black-on-black crime. There is no white-on-white crime. I wish I could tell you there were no school shootings. I wish I could, sir, but I can't. I wish I could tell you that we're flawless, all of us, as folks who are black and or white. What I can tell you is this. We're in a very tenuous time when we look for flaw and we pounce on it. Fire her. She made one comment. Fire her. Susan, my only angry Mount Lebanon listener. She's reacting to me saying, leave the teacher alone. You think second grade teacher isn't letting her views known? I'm certain a first grade teacher isn't espousing her political views to first graders. And if she is, they're looking at her like, huh? Is that Mickey Mouse? Huh? Who? Snow White? Seven Dwarfs? Huh? What are you talking about?
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
This year's senior class is back at homecoming, reunited and protected with mNEXSpike, the new COVID-19 vaccine from Moderna for adults 65 and older. That's because these seniors know they face the highest risk of severe COVID. mNEXSpike, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA, is a COVID-19 vaccine for people 65 and older and for 12 to 64-year-olds at high risk for severe COVID. You shouldn't get mNEXSpike if you've had an allergic reaction to a previous Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Rare cases of inflammation of the heart muscle and outer lining have been reported. Common side effects include pain at the injection site, tiredness, headache, muscle or joint pain, chills, nausea, vomiting, and underarm swelling or soreness. mNEXSpike may not protect everyone. This year's senior class came ready with a COVID-19 vaccine that helps them keep showing up. mNEXSpike from Moderna, here for the senior class. Visit mnexspike.com to schedule your vaccine today. That's mnexspike.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. openphone.com/TRY.
Adventure awaits, and the 2025 Subaru Outback Onyx is ready at Bowser Subaru to take you wherever you want to go. Take home a 2025 Subaru Outback Onyx from Bowser Subaru and get 1.9% APR for 72 months. Don't wait. Visit Bowser Subaru today and take advantage of this limited time offer. Tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $477 applies. With credit approval and financing through SMFL. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends October 1st. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
That's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to be more active and start exercising, but cannot because you know you're going to have pain or discomfort?
I'm a martial artist, a pilot, mountain biker, hiker. The thing that brings me down is my feet. When my wife finally talked me into going into the Good Feet store, the salesperson there immediately started investing himself in my problem. This is not something that you could solve online. There's got to be somebody there that can help you find that fit. You put in the arch supports and the clouds go away and it's a good life. I wear them all the time. Good Feet has saved the day.
You deserve a better life, too. Come into the Good Feet store today. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center, or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Good Feet, because you deserve comfort in your life. Good Feet products are proudly made in the USA.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. President Trump says he'll speak with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping this Friday, just as successful high-level trade talks between the U.S. and China wrap up today in Spain and included a framework to keep TikTok up and running in the U.S. But amid those talks, China has ruled that NVIDIA violated its anti-monopoly laws with a 2020 deal to acquire the Israel-based Melanix Technologies. No other information was given by Beijing. Shares of the AI chipmaker NVIDIA right now down very slightly. Elsewhere on Wall Street, stocks kicking off the new week mostly higher. Investors feeling confident about an interest rate cut coming from the Fed on Wednesday and perhaps another one later this year. The Dow is flat. The NASDAQ is up 0.8%. The S&P nearly 0.5% higher. And shares of Tesla up 6% this hour after a big show of confidence by CEO Elon Musk, who bought $1 billion worth of Tesla shares just last week. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What I have learned living in the fishbowl, and I do, we end up in the echo chamber of hate and divisiveness. We just do, or we don't. You choose whether you want to live in that fishbowl or not. You do. I don't. You jump on the pile. I'm glad he's dead. I hate that he's dead. I hate you. No, you hate me. Jump on the pile. Knock yourself out. But let me tell you this. Most people, Monday goes to Tuesday. Not diminishing the value of his life, certainly. Not diminishing the violent nature of how he died, certainly. Not diminishing this horrific act or the mental state that many young men are in right now at all. However, as an example of the world continues to turn. My entire family, and it was beautiful, was in Hilton Head this weekend. This week. 5 days. 5 dinners, parties, love, life, surf, sand, sun. Not one word of hate. Not one word of political divisiveness. 7 days for some. Not one word about I hate you, I hate America. Charlie Kirk's my hero, Charlie Kirk's my Satan. Not one word. What's my point? Either live in the fishbowl, surrounded by hate, or you don't. You make the choice. For those of you who want Oakmont Bakery shut down because they have one Jagoff employee, that's on you, man. I just hope no one that you work with ever makes a mistake. For those of you who want, from what I'm hearing, a wonderful first-grade teacher in Mount Lebanon to get fired because she made one inappropriate post on Instagram and blow up her career, that's on you. For those of her friends who say we're the bad guys for posting her post, that's on you. Everybody likes the boogeyman. Everybody wants the boogeyman. Go ahead, Scott.
Hey, Marty. Great conversation as always with you. I spoke to you last week. We agreed on the airport situation. Airlines always late.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Just a mess that the whole industry is, and I sided with you 150% on that one. But on this one, I'm not going to be able to get that close to you.
Go.
It's terrible that we have political divisiveness and hate in this country. But when you're speaking words, and again, it's got to be remembered that, like the individual you were talking about in Mount Lebanon, I lived in Mount Lebanon for 20 years at 140 Cochrane Road.
Nice.
I certainly wouldn't want my teacher teaching my son or speaking to my son with the hate that she has in her heart for a guy that spoke, and all he did was speak.
My man, she's the first grade teacher. She's not lecturing to the kids about this guy. There's no way, man. She's the first grade teacher.
I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, I really do, because I spoke to both her counselors and the folks who hired her, so I do know what she's speaking about.
Okay, that's fine, Marty. That's
she
fine.
made a mistake.
Well,
you fire her.
Marty,
I'm not firing her. I'm not listening to you today. Sorry, you want to get enraged about that? Make a sign. Protest outside the school. I am not going to destroy her life because you don't like one post she made. And this crap that Mount Lebanon is, all you flaming liberals, go to hell. I love Mount Lebanon. I'm not a flaming liberal. I know a significant number of really successful conservatives in Mount Lebanon. I don't give a damn if you don't like Mount Lebanon. It's bubble envy, success envy. I love the schools. I love the teachers. I love the cops. I love the firefighters. It's been an amazing experience. Do we have mistakes? Yeah. Do we have teachers who have made mistakes? Yeah. I make mistakes. Fire me. Go ahead, Jeff.
Marty.
Jeff.
Yes, can you hear me?
No. Yes, I can. Go.
How are you today?
I'm really good, man.
Hey, I want to change the script up a little bit for you, though.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm in agreement with a lot what you said today. But you're talking about a teacher, an educator.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying fire her.
Okay.
But what I am saying, she needs to choose her words a little better because
she needs to keep it to herself. As I posted, keep it to yourself, lady. I'm with you.
Exactly. If that was a police officer, all hell would be raised
Nah, that's
over
not
it.
true. I hear rhetoric from cops all day long. Sorry, my man. They do it all day long. All day long.
But Marty,
I've been at this for years. I know 5,000 cops all day long. All day long they do it. It's kind of their thing. So I love them. They're outspoken. You're wrong. I ain't supporting the termination of a teacher based on one irresponsible comment. I'm not. Prove to me that she's lecturing first graders about Charlie Kirk, okay? And you win. Jason, go ahead, my man. Jason,
hey, Marty, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Oh, I'm still breathing.
Yeah.
Dad passed away February 27th.
I recall, yes. Wonderful, man.
Yeah, but about this stuff, it's cancel culture, and it's going in a big circle. And Republicans were hell-bent about it when everybody was getting canceled from social media and stuff. I'm a registered Republican. Yeah. And it just goes like in circles. I mean,
it works both ways. 100%, my brother. And you caught me at a bad time in the hour because I love you. My boy Jimbo, I wouldn't let it aggravate me. Teacher should have been smart enough to keep her mouth shut. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, as I told her friends. Her friends are coming at me because I reposted her social media post, which is kind of aggravating, quite frankly. I said, she posted this on Instagram. Social media is Instagram. She should have known. Again, Jimbo's right. She knew this would bring a crap storm on herself. Why look for all the aggravation? By the way, this is the greatest point of the entire day. Why the hell do you want the aggravation? Why? You're a teacher of first grade kids. They're still on gaga goo goo. Come on, man. Cinderella. Come on, man. Come on, man. Santa Claus. Come on, man. The boogeyman. Why the hell do you want the aggravation? Let me read it one more time. He was a gross, racist, awful person who fueled the fires of a division. He didn't deserve to die, but please stop acting like he was a hero. Why did she want the aggravation? Because now she's got plenty of it. Plenty.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions with big news from Hunter Douglas. Free motorization is back by popular demand. For 1 week only, October 13th through October 21st, receive free smart automation on all blinds, shades, and shutters from Nest Expressions. Call 724-933-5500 or book online. nestexpressions.com.
Some restrictions apply. Make 380 Auction to Murraysville your next stop for discounts and bargains. Trucks come in every week. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, fall moms, also tools, birdseed, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132. Or log on to shop380.com and save.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 80 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Rob Taylor. All schools in the Seneca Valley School District have been placed on secure mode today. The district says they were notified by Cranberry Township Police of suspicious activity by an individual. All outdoor activities such as recess are being held indoors today, and public access to the school buildings are limited. Lieutenant Chuck Massolino tells KDKA Radio they have an increased police presence in the neighborhoods surrounding the district after that individual was spotted near the Hain Elementary and Middle School.
The school has been placed in secure mode, not lockdown, where students will remain indoors throughout the day.
He emphasizes that the suspicious activity did not take place anywhere on school grounds. Rather, the individual was spotted on school property earlier this morning. Duquesne Light customers received emails this morning on how the company handled that April 30th storm, which knocked out power to 300,000 customers. News Radio KDK's David Ballarado with more.
The emailed letter links back to their website outlining steps the company is taking to keep its customers better informed in a major outage. Among them, more phone ports to robocall customers to let them know, better tools to determine the estimated time of restoration, and more training for crews who are responding to downed trees and wires. The company says it will provide a more in-depth report on Wednesday when representatives go before County Council's committee meeting on the outage. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Pittsburgh Pirates, along with pitcher Paul Skeens, participated in events for Roberto Clemente Day today, including helping out the Veterans Leadership Program. Skeens likened participating in the annual day of service to a family affair during an interview with KDKA Radio.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the teammates, but, we have Roberto's family here. That was the thing in the 70s, right? That we are family with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, that's kind of the identity of the organization, and so it's great to be a part of that. And this is it's indicative of that, I think.
Skeen says the Pirates organization is defined by a strong sense of family, and he's proud to be a part of it. On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is now down 6 points. NASDAQ's up 177. S&P's up 25. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, home improvements with no interest financing. If you need it, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 103. Recently lost your health insurance or do not have health insurance through your employer? Call One Health Benefits today, 724-799-8873 for affordable options. The AccuWeather forecast coming up next.
The U.S. Department of Energy's Office of Environmental Management will hold a public meeting on Thursday, September 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the West Mifflin Administration Building. DOE staff will discuss removal action alternatives or legacy facilities at the Bettis Atomic Power Laboratory. The public is invited to learn about the history of the two Sea Area facilities and to participate in a question and answer session on the proposed removal action alternatives. More information can be found at www.energy.gov/Bettis-C-area. Paid for by RSI.
Well, folks, fall is fast approaching, and the September Weiner Wellness Weekend is the 19th and 20th with workshops from 10 to 2 on Friday and Saturday featuring Dr. Tracy Stroop, Dr. Len Brantzwitz, and Dr. Dennis Courtney. A delicious, healthy lunch will be provided from 11 to 2, and, of course, lots of samples, healthy treats, all in honor of Jamie Dorley's birthday. The discounts on your favorite supplements start August 25th. All of this is the World of Wellness, 2419 Baldwick Road, Pittsburgh. That's 2419 Baldwick Road, Pittsburgh.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A very warm, dry afternoon with sunshine and some clouds and a high of 85. Then tonight, partly cloudy skies, low around 60. More southern clouds and remaining warm again tomorrow, the high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cooler days, shorter nights. Oh my gosh, is summer really coming to an end? It's just started, didn't it? This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. This time is the best time to lose those excess pounds. Why? Because it's now. Give yourself this time to shed those pounds, feel and look better, fit into those clothes hidden in the closet and drawers, decrease or end those meds, move better, climb steps without being winded. Just call me at 1-800-900-THIN.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 30% and get 18-month no-interest financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Can we leave the damn NFL alone out of this? Can we leave them out of this? This Charlie Kirk assassination. Can we do that? The cancel folks have moved the cancel train to the NFL. They got enough free time to hate. All day Sunday they took inventory on how many teams in the NFL had vigils or commemorated or whatever you want to say, pause for a moment to reflect on the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Good for them. But then they threw banners, social media posts all over the world. I saw it 55 friggin' times. 4 NFL teams did not honor the death of Charlie Kirk. Go away. Shoo fly. Get a life. Turn off your TV. Don't watch the NFL. Find something meaningful, man. Ban the NFL teams that didn't support Charlie Kirk. Go away. Come on. Who made you? Who made you chief, judge, jury, executioner? I don't get it. There is a movement in this country, moving on past that ignorance, to arm ourselves. More folks with guns than any time in history, whether you like that or not, whether you defend it or not. Kevin Krause, the best sheriff I've seen in a long time, does his job insanely well. Krause and or his folks have on many occasions said, hey, we'll help. Hey, we'll find that kid. Hey, we'll protect that. Hey, we'll patrol there. Krause has in his DNA this notion that he has to make a difference, that he has to care. Along those lines, he does his job, and he does it damn well. And he's made it part of his agenda to have, so that you don't have to come downtown, worry about the parking and the crime and the crap, literally and figuratively, to park and all that other nonsense, to get a gun permit. So what Krause has done, which I find to be magnanimous and actually practical, is they have these satellite events. His folks sent me some pics from an event they had Saturday. It was weird. I don't mean weird people, good Americans. But I mean weird in terms of packed. And I mean doubled up, lines around the block, packed. And Patrick's showing videos right now. These are licensed to carry events. They're not inappropriate. They're not unethical. They're completely legal. But in my world, it sends a message that people are afraid. Again, we saw this, by the way, following the death of George Floyd and the homicides and the riots and the violence across the country. Insane explosion in gun sales, permit applications, all that stuff. Krause joins me this afternoon, and he's kind enough to do it. Sheriff, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Good, Marty. Good afternoon. Thank you.
You're not doing anything out of the ordinary. You're just holding events that you've had from the time you were elected. Yes, sir?
Yeah, we're part of our function by statute is to issue license to carry services. And I have a philosophy, not only, license to carry, but Project Dump, to get these services from downtown out in the communities. And we, every Saturday, once a month, we have eight of these events throughout different communities in Allegheny County.
Hey, is it fair for me to say, Sheriff, that historically, following a massive event, 9/11 comes to mind, Waco comes to mind, Oklahoma City, the bombing comes to mind, massive events, the Gulf War comes to mind. Massive events scare Americans, and a general reaction, not judging, is that oftentimes their way to react to that is to get a gun permit. Is that fair, sir, to say?
Yeah, you'll see increases in relation to, certain incidents. Well, I talked to quite a number of people on Saturday in Jefferson Hills.
Nice.
And they mentioned the stabbing in North Carolina, the shooting in Utah, the assassination, and especially North Carolina, what happened there with that horrible incident with that young woman. And yeah, and I've heard the word concerned, afraid, scared, scary, and people feel the need to protect themselves, and they have that absolute right to do so.
They do, sir.
As long as they qualify to own a handgun. But there's what we find a lot in these, like a lot of people, and I don't have a number, but it's kind of surprising. A lot of people don't even own firearms, but they want to get this license in case they decide that they want to purchase one,
And Kevin, your folks sent me pictures. I don't know, maybe you sent them. Astounding turnout, though, don't you think? I mean, what was it, close to 1,000, buddy?
Yeah, it was over 900. Yeah, it was a pretty heavily attended event for sure.
Sheriff Krause, and I don't want to speak for you. I certainly don't want to put words in your mouth. There is a undertone of fear out there, is there not, sir? People are afraid to a degree, are they not, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I make it a point to interact with the people at these events, and for their personal safety, they feel uncomfortable and they feel the need to protect themselves, and they want to do it legally under their American right.
And they do, and you have set up perfectly. Tens of thousands in the last year or so have done this. You've had events. When do you do them? Quarterly, sir? I forget. Once a month? I forget.
We do them 8 a month during the spring to fall events, and then during the winter portion of our office, we do them. We open up on Saturday downtown for half a day.
And I also heard, and I've talked to you about this over the years because we've known each other nearly 30 years. You would also hope, but you don't tell them, that they would go out and get or have some sort of training, right, sir, in using that weapon?
We do not. That gets into laws and, the Second Amendment. But, yeah, I mean, if somebody buys a firearm for the first time, I'd encourage them to, to get acclimated and familiar with it, at least through training or whatever. But we don't.
No.
We don't force them to do it.
No.
We're not issuing firearms. We're issuing license to carry.
Yes, sir.
So.
Yes, sir. I respect and admire that. Kevin Krause, thanks for the numbers and the video and the honesty, sir. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Thanks, Marty.
I've heard this from him since he got elected, and the response has been astounding, and tens of thousands of people have got these permits. My issue is the same issue. It is not with Krause. They kick ass. They're an amazing department, and how much they care is astounding. We did some data. Check on your own. Don't buy what I'm selling. About 5% of those people, and oftentimes less, will ever get any kind of gun safety training or ever go to a range. And I just don't like anyone. I don't care if you're 21 or 91. Buying a gun and stuffing it in their glove compartment for the next time someone honks at them on the parkway, or the next time someone knocks on the front door and it's late and you don't know who the hell it is. I get the fear. I do. And what he's saying is spot on. That horrible incident on that train where that woman was stabbed to death. However, the 5 people on that train that saw it happen didn't do a thing. Not one thing. Nothing. Didn't even stand up. And ask a cop that really knows firearms. They'll tell you flat. Hell, my friend was on the FBI SWAT team. Ron Layton, my man, was on the team for the Secret Service. You know what he says? Ain't no way folks sitting in a restaurant should be pointed at the door, as I've heard, with a gun ready to fire in case something happens in a restaurant or a school, in a factory, with no training at all. Zero training. I get that Americans are afraid. I get that they're nervous. But man, buying a gun and stuffing it in your purse or your bedside drawer or under the table or in the back of your pickup makes no sense if you have no training. It's frightening.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
This one I got to pay attention to, and I'm telling you why, because it's getting cold, and we got a couple cranky old, beat-up old windows. Our house is 80 years old. Why wouldn't we? So you got to check out Universal Windows Direct, because listen to this. You buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. No limit, folks. And even better, 0% financing for 3 years. No interest, no pressure, and a bonus. $500 off the entire project when you schedule now. So schedule now. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct right now. 412-545-6003. Look, they're got this technology in them. They keep the cold air out. They keep the warm air in. And I'm serious about this. Legit. Their incredible reputation, professional installation. They handle everything with care and precision and attention to detail. Universal Windows Direct. 412-545-6003.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Come on. Tell me you have a gun and you have no training. Be honest, please. Tens of thousands you have guns, no training. None. Zero. Never been to the range. None. Zero. Zip. Come on. Tell me the truth. So what do you say, 950-something? So let's round it up to 1,000 people got concealed carry permits. So let's say they 5%. Let's say 5%, and that's the data out there from the feds. So 5% of 1,000 get training? Oops. Uh-oh. Not even 100 people. Pretty much 50 people of the 1,000 get training. I ain't feeling good about that. And you know, most, there are about 5,000 accidental deaths, gunfire deaths every year. Yep. And then there's like 150 kids. They find these guns in the house because mom and dad don't have a gun safe. They just kind of jam the gun in the side drawer. I ain't saying take away your guns. I'm not saying that at all. Blow it up, man. Knock yourself out. Come on. You have a gun but no training. Just admit it. 866-391-1020. You have a gun but no training. 866-391-1020. And I'm not asking Krause to train people. He's doing his damn job. I love that they move these sign-ups around. I think it's cool. You'd be shocked to know that a lot of the cops I know do not bring their guns when they go out to dinner. They don't want to mess with it. Then I got the heroes that in my world is zero. Hey, man, I'll never sit down in a restaurant without facing the door. Really? So you go to dinner with your gun, and you're sitting with your wife and kids, and you literally say to the hostess, I got to face the door in case I need to shoot someone. Really? Really? Is that where we're at? Come on. Someone have the courage to tell the damn truth. You have a gun but no training. No one will call. And you're listening, and you know you just don't want to admit it. You have no training. You've never been to the damn range. Now, the guy I respect is my man, Mad Max. He's once a week. There you go. Mad Max knows how to handle, knows how to shoot. And he said, if you ever want to get Vince trained, if Vince ever wants to shoot a gun, come on out. Boom, done. Come on. Come on. Someone have the courage. 866 391-1020. 866-391-1020. One of my closest friends, who I will not name because it would harm him professionally, who's an insanely good cop. Do you really think I want to take a gun to dinner with me or the gym or anywhere else? Exactly. Gets old, ma'am. Most of the cops I know that are really good cops, they don't take their gun to dinner, man. We always had a Christmas party. We haven't recently for who knows how many. We had young kids, but who cares? I was too lazy, whatever. And at least half the people there were cops because they're my closest friends. None of them had their guns with them. None. They don't want to mess with it. But you do. How many did Krause say? Hold on, let me look this up. I want to be accurate here. Patrick probably remembers, but I sure don't. Let's see what he says. How many got permits? Oh, 917 in 6 hours. 917 of you in 6 hours. How many of you will get training? 5? 10? I don't even know. 20? Couple grandmas. There's the last one they had, there was a 78-year-old woman in line for a gun permit. Really, Grandma? You're going to load up now? 78. Come on. One person with a gun call me and tell me they don't have any training. You won't admit it, but it's true. It will set you free. Go ahead, Ron.
Yes, Marty, hi.
Hi, Ron.
How you doing? I hope you could indulge me. I have about 3 or 4 topics I wanted to bring up real quickly.
3 or 4 topics. Wow, is this Face the Nation all of a sudden? Wow.
Well, this is everything you've been talking about.
Make it
everything
snappy,
you've been talking
Ron.
about.
Go ahead, man.
Everything you've been talking about. First off, the gun training doesn't do you any good unless you continue with it and do it on a regular basis.
Nice point.
It's not like riding a bike.
No,
You
but
have to keep-
hold on.
Yeah.
I agree and disagree because I shot. Man, I was so into it when I was growing up. But it helps to know the basics when you buy the gun. Period. You never forget that. But go ahead.
Yes, but I'm talking about the aiming factor. That's the big part of this thing. You have to be able to know how to handle it, especially in a situation. You're not on a pistol range. If you see somebody and you're in that situation, you're nervous. Everything is not calm all of a sudden. So there's things that take effect there.
Hey, Ron, 917 people got gun permits on Saturday. How many do you think will get training? Take a guess of the 917.
If we're lucky, we'll get 10%, then probably 1% of that will keep it up.
I agree. Go ahead.
The other point I wanted to make is why is somebody infatuated with this damn social media stuff? This is an abomination, social media.
By the way, it's actually another amazing point. You know why, my man? Because
Why?
for the first time in their lives, they have an audience.
Yeah, well, we had in the newspaper letters to the editor, and very, very seldom did you see many letters in there that really meant anything.
True.
And, I think people just want to hear themselves talk is what they want to do.
They like attention.
Yeah. The other thing about the gun
validates them,
situation.
sir. It gives them an audience. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you remember back in the old days, say 20 years ago? I know you're on the younger side. I'm 83.
God bless
There
you.
was a day, as far as people becoming good Samaritans and so forth.
Yeah.
There was a time in this country that doctors would not stop and help somebody because they were getting sued for helping somebody like this?
No, I've seen
I don't
it.
know.
By the way, my man, I had a personal experience of one of my relatives helped a woman on the side of the road fix a flat tire. He lost his leg. She sued him.
There you go.
To your point.
There
She
you-
sued him. She
Sure.
sued him.
Yeah, that's what happens. And, people are very scared about situations like that, especially if you're not trained. And the other thing about it was, I always, if you compare gun deaths in this country
Yeah.
with deaths and misery caused by alcohol consumption, nobody talks about
Well,
that.
not even close. Boy,
No, not even close.
You're on a roll,
Not even
man. I'll love you today.
not
My man, you
even
could write
close.
a book based on all the truth you spoke today.
Well, like I said, I'm 83. I've been around a while. The last thing I want to say
to
is,
your point, my man, we lose more people to alcohol than anything else. And I mean anything. Smoking, drugs, anything. And
Exactly.
somehow it's okay that Johnny
Exactly.
drinks. No, it's true.
Exactly.
It's true, my man.
one last point.
Oh, go.
One last point is, it was my understanding When you're a policeman 24 hours a day, and you were required to carry a firearm even when you were off duty.
No, it's not.
Has that changed?
Yeah, maybe it was in the past, and I'm ignorant to that, and I love you, and I got to take a break. And you nailed everything. You could write a speech, and I'd hire you. It's not. Maybe it wasn't in the old day, but for the cops listening, did you ever have to carry your gun? I don't think so, because if you did, then they'd say you better pay me, which I would agree with them too. Hey, I'm jazzed about this. Time to stock that freezer with the freshest choice meats in the burg. Thanks to Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip. Amazing place. Lamb chops, steaks cut to order, prime rib, ground meat, wings, and so much more. I'm telling you, the meat is as fresh as you can get, and the prices do not blow your budget. Order online. Use their app to arrange pickup or delivery. Or visit Salem's at 29th and Penn in the Strip and grab lunch. Open 7 days a week. Free parking right next door.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. Sick of walking into a garage you hate that looks disgusting? Stains, cracks, bad epoxy? Let Comer & Cross fix you up with a gleaming new garage floor today. All it takes is one quick call to 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A Comer & Cross concrete floor is going to transform your entire garage. It's going to be like pulling into a car showroom every night. It's never going to chip, crack, or show tire lip like epoxy or paint does, and they make it oh so easy. In and out in one day. That's all it takes. They're going to fix all the cracks and pits perfectly. The people from Comer & Cross, they do the job. No subcontractors. And if you've got a lot of crap in your garage, guess what? They're going to take it out for you. Call Comer & Cross and get the best price of the year, starting with $750 off during their end-of-year garage sale. So here's the number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 81 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Rob Taylor. All schools in the Seneca Valley School District remain on, quote, secure mode today. District says they were notified by Cranberry Township Police of suspicious activity by an individual. So all outdoor activities such as recess are being held indoors today, and public access to the school buildings are limited. Lieutenant Chuck Massolino told KDKA Radio they have an increased police presence in the neighborhood surrounding the district after the individual was spotted near the Hain Elementary and Middle School.
The school has been placed in secure mode, not lockdown, where students will remain indoors throughout the day.
And he emphasizes that the, quote, suspicious activity did not take place anywhere on school grounds. Rather, the individual was spotted on school property earlier this morning. Country still reeling over the assassination of political influencer Charlie Kirk. On the Big K Morning Show, political analyst Lenny McAllister says when it comes to political violence, the Pittsburgh region has a unique perspective.
It's not only did we all witness what we saw on Wednesday, but we were the stage for the Trump assassination attempt. So you have this dual type of dynamic that we in southwestern Pennsylvania have when it comes to political violence over the last couple of years that other regions of the country may not.
McAllister knew Charlie Kirk personally since he was a teenager. The origin of the fire at the Jefferson Apartments has been determined. Fire investigation unit says the flames broke out in a basement utility room. The cause was electrical and accidental. The fire there has renewed calls to re-examine the safety of the city's older buildings and update fire codes that do not mandate sprinklers in structures built before 1990. On the Big K Morning Show, Fire Chief Dr. Daryl Jones admits they can be expensive, but says they're worth the investment.
They've been around for over 100 years, and the amount of damage and loss of life will be greatly reduced due to a sprinkler system.
Jones says sprinklers are 97% effective. On Wall Street, the Dow now down 14 points, NASDAQ's up 160, and the S&P's up 22 points. KDK Radio News Time, 1:32. Next update's at 2. I'm Rob Taylor on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDK.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Get Marty's brought to you by UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information.
Hi there, I'm Lisa Loro from Secure Money Health. Let's be honest, Medicare can be overwhelming. That's why I created the Ultimate Medicare Book, a clear, no-nonsense guide to help you navigate every twist and turn of Medicare. I'm here to empower you with the insights you need to secure the right benefits for your health. Don't let uncertainty slow you down. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com to get started and reclaim your confidence today.
With the kids back in school, now's the perfect time to refresh your home before the holidays. Larry Richard for Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, your local experts in custom drapery, blind, shade, shutters, and motorized window treatments. Get your home holiday ready with Lachina's free shop-at-home service and expert design advice. Visit Lachina's Dormont and Wexford showrooms or online at lachinadrapery.com. Call Lachina today, 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery, where style meets family tradition.
About the Bowser experience. So here it is. You know, we're about to have 5 Bowser cars. So one of the leases is turning over. And so we want to buy the car. My man Dave at Bowser, my man Mark at Bowser, they're on the phone with us. They got us, I swear, they got us a deal that we could buy that car. And now that car is worth more to us than the street value out there if we just bought it off the streets, off a lot somewhere. It's that kind of dealership. I'm telling you, the Bowser folks work their tails off to make sure, as a consumer, you get the best deal, the best product. We had a car that was hit. They immediately gave us a replacement, immediately put the call in for the parts, and fixed a car that was hit in 10 days. Try that somewhere else. It's an experience like no other. The Bowser family makes you part of their family. Bowser, the only car we will ever have, a Bowser car.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Pleasantly warm this afternoon with sunshine and a few clouds, high 85. Partly cloudy tonight, low 60. Sunshine, some clouds, and warm tomorrow, high 82. Nice day Wednesday with sunshine and some clouds, the high 79. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
My dad served in Vietnam, the 82nd Airborne Division. He never talked about it, and my mom knew not to ask. So Dad buried himself in work and self-medicated and would lose his temper sometimes. Loud noises would put him on edge. It got rough. So I finally said to him, Dad, you gotta get help.
As a family member or friend, you may be the first to notice when a veteran you love has been going through changes. Things like withdrawing, drinking more, or increased anger could be a sign of a larger health concern, but help is available.
Dad finally went to VA for one-on-one and group therapy and got some really great tools to help him manage things. And I got my dad back.
Listen to hundreds of inspiring stories at maketheconnection.net and learn how you can support the veterans in your life. Treatment works. Recovery is possible.
Be part of the growing family that is Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. It's Dan Zangrilli. I'm a member, and so are nearly 25,000 Western Pennsylvanians. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is up to 7 convenient locations in our region. Remember, if you live, work, or worship in Allegheny, Beaver, or Butler counties, you're eligible to join Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union for just $5, and you'll enjoy the many perks of a credit union. So learn more at AllegiantFCU.org, federally insured by the NCUA.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
Life changes, and each year, so does Medicare. It's time to review and change your 2026 plans with annual enrollment coming next month. Once it passes, your options are limited. Do you need Part C? Act now. Free personalized Medicare plan comparisons. Pittsburgh-based. Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richert. Join me on the Big K Morning Show tomorrow, 5:30 until 10. Former Governor Tom Corbett will join me to talk about an anti-hate summit happening here.
Okay. Every single time I go to the beach with my family, and all the other families do this too. You're sitting there on the beach, you had a couple of whatever, margaritas, beers, Diet Cokes, who cares? Food, you had food. You're looking out the ocean, you see these gorgeous homes to your left and right. Right? Right. How many times did you say to a relative, to your wife, to your kids, you know, we should quit and live here? How many times? You're in Hawaii, we were in Tahiti on a cruise. Honey, we should live here. Brando did it. Brando! Oh. We should live here. Really, dear? Because that house is $7 million. Look, I like the beach. I'm into about... I go in the water. If there's waves, I ride the waves with my kids. I love the moments. I love the memories. I'm just not a beach guy for... I get a little twitchy after 4 days. By day 10, I've snapped. I just can't do it. And then Hilton Head's gorgeous, really nice, actually reasonable places to stay. Some people drive, they're nuts. It's like 13 hours of pain. But, man, 3 or 4 hours on that beach, man, you feel like a freaking piece of bacon. I mean, you just fry. You're just thinking, what are we doing? I'm going to jump in the pool. I'm going to get a sandwich again. I just don't think that I would adapt to the beach life. And I don't like golf at all. Golf or jail, debatable for me. So Hilton Head is a golfer's paradise, like insane golf. Like, we stayed at this Omni Resort. They were wonderful people. The service was wonderful. They had 3 golf courses on that. Okay, I don't want to play golf. I don't care. Pete Dye, who? Arnold Palmer designed it. I don't care if Arnie's playing. You have a 3D image. I'm not a golfer. I'm not joining a country club again. I'm just not the guy to sit around on a beach every day and bake. Boy, you're tan. That's it? That's your accomplishment. Are those spots, are they skin cancer? Could be. That was my weekend. I love the vacation. I love being with the kids. I love my wife. We're all together at the table having dinner. Fishing. Oh, painful. Fishing. Oh, the worst. They take you deep sea fishing. You're ready to throw up over the side. The boat's rocking. You got some big rod in your hand. You're thinking, no, I don't want to get drunk with you. I want to go back to the hotel. You know what I do? I go to the gym with my son, and we work out for 2 hours. Which, by the way, I do that at home. That's my point. My man, the chief. My man, the chief, just got back from Outer Banks, stayed in a $2.5 million home. That could be me. Good for you. Don't know many police chiefs that can pay for $5 million homes, my brother. My man, Ben, you have such the old man vibes. My dad loved being retired. He loved it, my man. It's not necessarily, I'm not a guy who sits on the beach. I just don't like it. I don't like fishing. I don't like golf. I love working out. I love cooking out. I love swimming in a lake. Very difficult to swim in the ocean. So we had the ocean versus beach house debate. I'm going lake house every time. Why? Because on a lake, I will swim. On a lake, I will use a boat. On a lake, we will have jet skis. On a lake, the kids can water ski. On a lake, they don't have the same kind of hurricanes. They just don't. On a lake, the water is clear. On a lake, there are no jellyfish. I'm just telling you, man. I'm a lake guy. I love looking out the ocean, and every time I'm on vacation, every single time I'm on vacation, I look over at my wife and say, man, we should retire and live here. And she looks over at me saying, whatever. There's no way. Ever. Meantime, before we go to break, and I know we got off the gun thing and I had to take an exhale here today. Two things. Football. Pitt's horrible. Horrible. And I love football. And I want Pitt to win because both my daughters are there. And I like Pat Narduzzi. Horrible. The Steelers. Horrible. And I love the Steelers. And I love Aaron. And I love Tomlin. Horrible. You know who rocks? Central. And I know you're envious. And I know you say Central recruits. What they win? What was the score of this weekend? 79-0, something like that. Picked on poor Mount Lebo. Oh, man. It was like 80-0 Central Catholic. Right now, Central Catholic would give Pitt a run for their money. Right now, man on man. I'm serious. Pitt's that bad, and Central is that good. And I'm proud as hell of Coach Ryan, the man.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
You want to find the greatness in business. Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service, elderly woman, bunch of trees hanging over her house. Could damage the heck out of the house. She can't pay for it. Carlos took care of those trees. Carlos is a magnificent businessman as well as a humanitarian who gives a damn about people. Greater Pitt Tree Service. The best pricing, the best professionals, the biggest heart. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call Carlos.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Your home equity could vanish almost overnight, stolen by scammers who forge a deed and transfer it out of your name. The FBI calls it house stealing, and the worst part is you may not know it until it's too late. Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO for a 30-day free trial, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
I'm Kristen Press.
And I'm Tobin Heath.
We're World Cup winners, Olympians, and the hosts of The Recap Show.
Every week, we sit down with the icons, disruptors, and game changers on the field and beyond it to talk victories, heartbreaks, and everything in between.
We've built a space where athletes, change makers, and people creating the future of women's sports can show up and show off as their full, unapologetic selves.
Follow and listen to The Recap Show wherever you get your podcasts.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Look, with Medicare, this is important stuff, and there's never one size fits all. That's the beauty of MediConnect. That's why I love the company. The folks at MediConnect, they'll sit down with you in your home or in the office, anywhere you wish, to answer Medicare questions and compare plans with your current situation. There is never, ever a fee for their services. And they got 70 different plans. Medicare made simple. MediConnect, 888-818-6334.
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions with big news from Hunter Douglas. Free motorization is back by popular demand. For 1 week only, October 13th through October 21st, receive free smart automation on all blinds, shades, and shutters from Nest Expressions. Call 724-933-5500 or book online. NestExpressions.com.
Some restrictions apply.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. CCAC is the best. Whether you want to study robotics, cybersecurity, aviation, culinary arts, business management, or multimedia web programming, CCAC has it all. Folks, it's the real deal with expert instructors, industry-grade equipment, high-tech learning spaces, so much more. Want a big future with little debt? Register for fall classes right now. ccac.edu. Folks, I know friends who love it. ccac.edu.
Shorkey Kia is knocking down payments on all the fan favorites. 25 Kia Sportage Hybrid LX all-wheel drive, only $198 a month for 24 months with $27.93 due at signing, or finance at low 1.9% APR for 60 months. These and more, all with low lease rates, that incredible warranty, and $500 more for your trade. Your deal, your way. What a great day. Visit us in North Huntington and Wexford or at shorkeykia.com. Call 1-855-410-4037 for complete details on all offers and terms.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Half of the 10 biggest law firms in Pittsburgh, each of them headquartered downtown, have opened an office in a new metro so far this year, dramatically outpacing 2014 activity. And 2025 is far from over. Reed Smith, the largest, has added 2 in Atlanta and in Denver, and expects to open a 3rd in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia before year's end. Last year, there were just 2 offices opened among the region's biggest firms. Burns White opened an office in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and Dickey McCamey entered Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Also, Truist, one of the biggest U.S. banks, is seeking a new Pennsylvania leader. Travis Rhodes, who has served as regional president for Pennsylvania and New Jersey, has been appointed North Carolina and West regional president for Truist's commercial banking business and is relocating to Charlotte from Philadelphia. Rhodes was Truist's and predecessor bank's BB&T's top executive in the Commonwealth since 2018. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I talk about social media a lot because it's relevant. It's actually important to us. We have raised millions of dollars. That's a fact on social media. We've helped thousands of people with social media. We found kidneys for 3 people. Social media. It's the truth. We had a woman on, I don't know, a month ago. She didn't have, she had a $1,000 bill from Duquesne Light. By the way, the bill was accurate. And they sent folks to her house and analyzed it. And because of the social media, She got a wonderful company, stepped up, gave her an air conditioner and heating, insulated her house, social media. It's not demonic, man. It's a tool. It's a tool. You can use a knife to cut meat or cut someone else. It's just a tool, man. So to that point, and there is a point here. So I made 2 posts in the last couple hours. One of them was this actually really cool vigil on Mount Washington that one of my boys, Ray, sent me from, was it last night? Yeah, 1,000 people. No love. All I said was, amazing, peaceful Charlie Kirk vigil, 1,000 people, Mount Washington, all love, no hate. That's it. So the response blew up. Like 50,000 people already watched it. But immediately the hate comes. Immediately. Listen, Susan, those who live by the sword die by the sword, said Jesus to Peter. In other words, he deserved it. This right off the top. Michael, nothing about him was godly. Donna, and I'm just reading from this is verbatim. He looked down on blacks and gays and women, but hey, that's your preference. You're right. I'm telling you, man, it just goes on and on. It's just on and on and on. People are gleeful. I don't know, man. Here. Why aren't they working? Okay. And again, so that's just one. Second post. Folks were selling T-shirts outside the Steeler game. They have that right. The shirt said, "Justice for Charlie Kirk, a true American patriot." That's it. That's the post. And all I said in the post was this, sold outside of Steeler game. What would justice mean to you? Okay? Immediately it blew up. Immediately. I don't. Here. A college dropout. I think he dropped out of high school. College dropout became a multimillionaire monetizing hateful rhetoric that millions agreed with. It immediately goes to hate. That's one. The next one, right below it. Stop making a martyr and a saint of a man who made millions for the downtrodden. Huh? I don't know. Have they fallen and bumped their heads, the people selling the shirts? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where all this anger came from, but this is where we're at. Kelly Little. I don't know if it's a real name. These are the posts. Verbatim. Justice was served when he was shot. This is Kelly's world. I'm guessing she believes that. She wrote it. Steve, he got his justice. Wow. Oh, this guy says Marty is trying to stir anger in young white men by posting trash. I am. Okay. I don't know. Noah, release the Epstein list. Really? So this is where a lot of folks are saying, I don't want social media. Can I tell you a story that no one's ever going to tell you and you're never going to hear this until now? I know a young man that has a AI startup and has had the pleasure of sitting down with some tech billionaires recently. And one of the billionaires he sat down with is the founder of Instagram. He's a billionaire from Instagram. They sold it to Meta, I think. Yeah. He's a billionaire from it multiple times over. You know what? The founder of Instagram has no social media. None. Zero. Nada. Niet. He told this young man, who's 19, by the way, I don't use social media. Dwayne, go ahead.
Hey, Marty, I'm just wondering, do you think some of these comments are being automatically generated, like by a bot, that the real people aren't sitting there looking at your page and writing them?
No, right? Just
no,
idiots.
These are real people.
They're just idiots.
Are they really? Because I'm not a social guy either, but I'm thinking this could just be, it's hitting your page by a bot, and it's automatically posting.
No, some of these are regular people that we've seen posting.
Wow. But by the way, your assumption is realistic and pragmatic, and it does happen with these idiots trying to draw attention to their sites. But I wish they were bots sometimes, but no, they're just homegrown idiots. Great call.